Welcome, fellow traveler, to our little D&D podcast, where we share one of our D&D sessions with you set in a homebrew fantasy world. Most of the players in this campaign are actually new to the game, so I hope you can forgive us for our silly mistakes. But if you're also new to D&D, maybe you can gain a bit of knowledge from our antics. Anyway, the players for this campaign are Reitersul, the Dungeon Master, MusicSquid, playing as Pséftis Morfi, or Seth, Anistrae, or Amby, playing as Evetta Flintsworth, Quenie, playing as Zara Irving, and Snow, or David, playing as Dag. These sessions are taken over voice chat, and we will be using Roll20 and D&D Beyond to keep track of our characters. In any case, let's see if our DM has had enough of us and TPKs us this time. Let's begin.
So, where we had left off, the party had infiltrated Ionin's estate, successfully sneaking into his house through clever disguises and the uses of Seth's changeling powers. You masqueraded it as a tour of the house, which also served as a way to case the building. And, several shenanigans ensued. Dag pulled the chain that activated some weak animated armor. Seth pulled a lever which revealed a underground ritual room. Evetta's mom was discovered. Some fireball glyphs went off, and you guys are warned. Ionin was hurriedly making his way back to his estate. You guys ran out, where if you jumped out instead of seeing freedom or a way to flee, you were immediately blocked by Ashmaker soldiers, as well as Ionin, who made it back in blazing speed. Get it? Blazing? Okay. So, Ionin attempted to monologue before Evetta immediately interrupted him with a shot to the heart, but Evetta is not to blame. Sorry.
Okay, nice.
Sorry. Ionin did some edgy monologuing stuff as he flew up into the air, leaving you guys surrounded by Ashmaker soldiers, which would have been an easy encounter. However, Ionin apparently had also casted a singular meteor towards his house. And as it impacted, ended up hitting Zara and Evetta, who couldn't get out in time. The rubbles of the building began to go aflame. Dag and Seth narrowly dragged Zara and Evetta out of the flaming remains of the house. And as they attempted to flee, they saw not a calm or quiet district in which they would have to quietly escape or quietly exit. They saw a city on fire, as Legion Knights and Ashmaker were battling as far as the eye could see, with black smoke and flames curling and licking the sky. You tried to rush out under the guise of being some helpless nobles who needed a guarded escort. Some Legion Knights tried to escort you out of the city before you were interrupted by an Ashmaker warrior and two other soldiers. This Ashmaker warrior was definitely of a higher rank than the soldiers, donning more gear, more ornaments, but strangely enough, the armor pattern, and the style of weapon were very reminiscent of the Mountain Riders, seemingly suggesting that the Mountain Riders had assimilated into the Ashmaker army. A brief fight was had, not too bad, but when the Ashmaker warrior was brought low, instead of being defeated, he glowed. Is that a word? He glowed. He exploded.
He glued? What?
He glue bright and exploded, and it's a kind of phoenix reincarnation. Not exactly, but it seems that these warriors possesses power to stave off death. Not enough, though. The party dispatched him, having to expend all of their resources, where they contacted one of Tunar's gang member. And instead of contacting the gang member, they contacted Tunar himself, which was very surprising, considering that the gang member had insinuated that Tunar was dead. A plan was created. You guys were going to find a safe spot, and once you found it, you were to let Tunar know, and then he and Ibri would find you guys and escort you back to the hot zone to discuss further plans of action. You guys went to this church that has this massive watchtower in the center of it. This watchtower, hundreds, 200, 300, hundreds of feet in the sky, with this golden eye orb that seems to always be scanning the premises. And you rested in the church, where some interesting roleplay happened. A dag arm wrestled, and also arm wrestled. Seth had brought Evetta's mom under the care of one of their greater clerics. Zara blessed the kid's doll. Great moments. Tuna and Ibri eventually caught up, though. You guys had made your way back to the hot zone without...
We don't talk about how Evetta gave necklace to Seth.
Right, yes. A very emotional moment between Seth and Evetta. You guys made your way back to the hot zone, being led by Ibri and Tunar, avoiding the gaze of any more enemies, of which included Liliana and the witch. But you guys made it back to the hot zone. When you guys made it back, there was refugees abound. It was packed, full of people, very narrowly escaping that. With reportedly Ashmakers filling the entire streets and just clobbering anyone they see. But you guys had rested, and when you woke up, you discussed the plans of action. You were going to... Actually, Zara, what was the plan?
Oh, the plan! Hold up, I got this.
Dag gets off easy this time because he was actually not there.
So the plan was we were gonna get some liquor from the bars that we were I think connected to, and then we were gonna blow up the wall, but just as a distraction, and so that the camp with the dudes on them we'll kill some of them and then we'll get out.
It's not that far off.
That was basically it.
All right. Well, as you guys look around, you have about 6 different entrances. About 4 of them lead to different taverns. One of them is where you came from the Skytop district, and the other entrance is not an entrance, but rather leads to a series of quarters. What do you guys want to do?
Well, actually,
Harvin,
Evetta has...
I will just remind that Harvin and Oz have gone off to ensure that the smuggler tunnel is still safe. Valia essentially escorted there to bed because it seems that he refused to go to sleep and was constantly just running around. Tunar and Ibri
They're fetching parts for Evetta to construct the actual explosive part of the explosive device.
So, what do you guys want to do?
Let's see. I believe Evetta actually has a couple of questions. Actually, which one should I? I have a lot of questions. My goodness.
No safe scumming here.
Nope, no safe scumming. I'm sorry. Whoops.
Good thing we always roll nat 20s. We don't even need to save scum. It's just good like that.
So, Evetta approaches Seth. So, are we the ones who are going to transport all of the liquor from the taverns? Or are we leaving that to the other Underrunner members?
I mean, we can delegate, or we can do it ourselves. They have a better idea of the tunnels, and also probably have a better idea of the supplies. I was thinking we could go check in with Volley and speak with her, and I'd like to assist, because I feel like that's the best way to ensure our success and to ensure that things don't go awry.
I agree, because I do not know how much liquor the taverns actually have, because at least down here in the pits, Don't the taverns mostly have beer? Oh, Harvin's not here. Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to talk to her, see if there were, specific locations it would be best to go to. That way we're not just on a wild goose chase.
Yeah.
And then also see if we can get some sort of carts so that we're not just carrying bottles around with us.
I do have a question regarding my mother as well, Seth. Possibly Zara as well, if you could help me with something. Seth, when we found my mother down in that basement, you said she was alive? But how? I didn't understand that at first.
He was being magically suspended in some way, and part of it, I believe, was that crystal that was on that altar with her. Yeah, there was an orange crystal, and briefly upon looking at it, it looked as if there was something inside of it, possibly some sort of fire elemental, something keeping her alive magically in place of her heart. Such a thing would be not unheard of, but also not the easiest thing to construct. That said, Ionin doesn't appear to be lacking in resources, so that's not that surprising.
You do recall, Seth, there was that enchantment table in the corner of the ritual room that had more of these like crystals.
Yeah, and I'll produce, because I took an etch. The last thing I did before I left the room was I took an etching of the rune that was on that table. And I'll produce that for Evetta, and I'll say this might have something to do with it. It's part of some sort of.
That?
I haven't actually had a moment to be able to actually inspect it, so I'm not actually sure yet.
I see.
This is the first time that Seth has actually produced this to look over it since everything happened. And so
if you
yeah,
need any help with that, let me know.
Yeah, I'll if we can't find Volley right away, or if we have some downtime, I'll take a look at it. But yeah, I believe he was using this in conjunction with the crystals to perform some sort of ritual to allow her to stay alive. In any case, I believe it to be mostly moot now. She has her heart's back, so she should be fine.
Yeah. You said it was a cleric who restored her heart?
Yeah. I just don't have...
The cleric didn't detect any sort of arcane energy remaining, right? I was a little worried about that at first. It's a moot point now, but I was just wondering if the cleric mentioned anything about it.
I did not think to have them check, but also I did not feel like having... I feel like in general, having a cleric cast detect magic around me might not be the best course of action.
I figured. I'm sorry. I was just a little worried because of the stupid laws around arcane here, but...
Yeah, well, I don't think they're worrying too much about law breaking at the moment, so you've at least got that going for you.
Thank goodness.
By the way, at this point, specifically Evetta, Seth, and Zara, you do feel the effects of the nullifier coursing within.
I was going to ask about that.
Oh, shoot.
Dak is like, what?
Oh, what is this feeling? Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry, I feel a little fatigued for a second there. The cleric said that she would arise within a week. Would healing spells accelerate her recovery?
I feel like Seth would probably know this, but I don't think I do. Can I make some sort of check for that, DM?
Hold on, what would you want to make the check for?
She's asking if... So the cleric said that it'll take about a week for her mom to recover to, fully, be awake and alive and functional again. Evetta was wondering if, healing magic would accelerate that process. Would that be something that I know? Or if it's just sort of the healing magic has already done its thing, it's up to the body now?
I will say that you would know... that in most cases, healing magic would accelerate the recovery process. This would more work on people who were dead only for a brief time. You know that in other cases, when people have been dead for a while, they need to actually, in some cases, sometimes it's better for the body to do it, for it to naturally kind of rebuild. In other cases, you actually might need to keep sustaining them with healing magic, depending on how long they have been dead.
Okay.
Because sometimes the body isn't enough, like it isn't strong enough yet, and it might need like more intervention.
And in our case, she was only technically dead for like maybe an hour from when she fell off the altar to when we got her to the.
She was, you would know. You're right. She was technically, she has not had some way of sustaining, some way of sustainment, until after the altar, which at this point would be roughly like at the most 2 hours, at the most, and most of it just being waiting in the church, which wasn't that. But you don't know how long she has been dead before she was put up on the altar, and you don't know how long she has been without a heart.
Okay.
I mean, she looked pretty pale. But other than that.
So reasonably thinking then along those lines, healing magic wouldn't necessarily hurt, but probably of a caliber of which we're not necessarily able to like produce at this moment. And that
maybe not your guys' current skill set, but it also like it wouldn't hurt to like try.
Okay.
Like there's probably no downside. Yeah,
Seth will sort of furrow his brow for a little bit and think to himself and say, well, the arcane nullifier is active, so I'm not sure how much magic we'd be able to do. But the plan is to be out of the city no later than tomorrow morning, so we at least have that going for us. And once we are out in the coming days, I don't think that it would necessarily be a negative thing to heal her.
Okay.
More powerful magic than we currently have would be preferable. The restoration spell that the cleric used is quite above our skill at the moment, and that is going to be doing the majority of the work. And now it's just her body sort of working in tandem with the magic. But like I said, I don't think it would be a bad thing. And who knows? It might help just enough. Even a day faster is something. But I would probably recommend waiting until after we're out of here to try something like that.
Okay, that's fair. I was just thinking about it. Thayer didn't mention anything he didn't mention any plans for transporting the sick and elderly. So I wasn't sure what he had in mind to help those people out, especially since they are going to be lagging behind.
Oh, well, Thayer seems like the kind of guy that has a plan for something like that, just based on the way that he was acting with the sick and the people who needed help. Which is why I wanted him to get rest, because if he is exhausted tomorrow morning when we're trying to leave and has not slept through the day, then he will not be able to give us that help. But even in the short time that we've known him, I trust that he probably has a plan for that, because it would not align with his actions and the way that he's been presented to us so far for him to not have an idea for that. So we can ask him when he's awake, I think is probably the better course of action. Also, Zara, your lay on hands ability isn't affected by the nullifier, is it?
Is it?
I don't believe it has previously.
If it doesn't affect it, I can try it on Evetta's mom.
Yeah, I would wait.
I'd appreciate that.
I would wait until the end of the day, just in case, while we're out gathering what we need in supplies, if we happen to get into a fight, it would be better to have you, are able to heal us so that we don't have any close calls out there. But by the end of the day, before you retire for the evening, if you still have the ability to do so, I feel like that might be a good plan of action.
Of course.
Okay, well, that does ease my mind a bit, at least. But we'll see. We'll see. Actually, let's go see if Volley can provide us any hints on where we should go from here.
Okay. Sounds like a plan to me.
All right. As you go into the hallway that holds all like the quarters, and you see at the end of the hallway like a door ajar. You walk to the door, and you look there, and you see Volley, her face being like dimly lit by this candle at the end of a table. Look like she's like deep in thought. You don't see much else without having to open the door all the way.
I'll give a gentle, like, quick knock on the door.
Without turning, she just says, "Come in."
Push it open. I'll walk over to her.
As you open the door and you walk open, you see this map of the area around Dayston. You see it drawn out. You see like these X's all around the perimeter of the map, and you see her brow is like very furrowed. You can see her like kind of like rubbing her chin, and at the bottom left corner of the map, you see what looks like to be a town of some sorts. But there's like Dayston in the middle, X's like marked X's all around the perimeter of Dayston. To the top right, you see what looks like to be some kind of forest on top of a cliff, and then not cliff, but yeah, like a forest on a very high elevated ground. And in the bottom left, you see a town.
I'll just sort of nod towards the map and ask her, planning on where you're relocating to after tomorrow's plan?
Yes, I am trying to figure out what the best to send all the refugees. So far, my best bet.
About that too.
So far, my best bet is for those who are able and strong, that they run as far as they can, and for the ones who will not run as far, that they escape to this town here. And she points. They escape to this town here, Thinden.
Oh, I've been there before. It's still there?
Well, I hope so. I've not been there myself, but if this map is correct, then this is a possible temporary spot for them to hide before we find a more permanent relocation. Thea, before he left a couple hours ago, was telling me that he was also thinking of using the port that Iodin had been using. We maybe use that port and sail away. I don't know how you all feel about that, but he said that for those who wanted to, that should be an option.
I don't think we've actually discussed where it is we all go once we leave in the morning. And that is maybe a conversation we should probably have right about now.
Oh.
You mean between all the four of us?
Yeah.
Do you still have the Seth? Do you still have the that paper that marks all of your like friends? That's like the listing of who to find and all that from like the Carmelian Knights.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, at this point, you hear scribbling, like something writing.
Hell yeah, brother. I love this. I feel like Seth knows, and I'm gonna backsplain that Seth knows because Seth crossed Seth's name out, and Seth spent a year planning, and I just lucked into that. But Seth's way smarter than me, so Seth knows. Seth sort of like gets this puzzled look on his face, and he goes, well, that can't be good. And he reaches into his bag, and yeah, I'll produce the paper. I'll look at the front where Voltus and his men are first.
So everyone on the terms of Voltus have all been crossed out,
Including Voltus.
Including Voltus.
Oh, good news, everyone.
In fact, you see a note for Voltus. It says "found dead on arrival," with multiple
great
marks.
News, everyone.
It says "dead on arrival, found in a river with multiple marks," like multiple like cut marks on his back. Do you flip over to the next page?
Yeah, after I sort of noticed
Okay.
that, I do exclaim, "Great news, everyone!" And then I turn
What is
over
it?
to the backside.
What do you
You
mean?
turn around to the backside where the rest is everyone is, who is like not as important.
Mhm.
Everyone has been crossed out, including just people you don't know, people you do know yourself. Everyone is crossed out, and there is a note at the bottom of the paper that says, "Emergency, imminent invasion. Carmeli action needed."
Hmm.
And you see, like it's you see the paper forming the words "Carmeli action needed," like something is magically writing into it.
Yeah.
Gives you the sense that someone else is writing into it, but these papers seem to be somehow magically like linked.
Yeah.
But you see, essentially it seems like the note is saying that the search for all the the search for all all the runners or everyone who ran away has been canceled.
Yeah.
They've been temporarily
They're-
the
they're
search for them has stopped. That they are
recalling
now
the
at
knights,
war.
right? Yeah, they're
Yeah.
recalling the knights right now. Yeah, Seth will say exactly that. He'll like wait for the writing to finish and then just say, Carmeli's recalling all of the knights. They're prepared for war. I think our
What?
friends are.
Who?
Sorry,
Huh?
I did not mean to laugh. I just was not expecting that noise.
Hit him with the Hank Hill. Wah! God dang it, Ashmakers.
I wanted to go to Carmeli.
That legion ain't right.
Do I look like I know what a license is? I just want to cast some goddamn magic.
I cast evocation and evocation accessories. That's a clean burning delayed blast fireball, I tell you what. Jesus Christ.
Wait, so
But yeah.
Carmeli is at war now? Does that
Well-
mean the Ashmakers have reached Carmeli?
The thing that concerns me, and Seth seems like pretty nonplussed about this information. He's just sort of delivering his lines like very matter-of-factly. The thing that's concerning to me is the Ashmakers are here right now, sieging this city, and we know that a large portion of their forces also arrived in Zinnikir Pass. They're just everywhere. Like, they're either overestimating themselves and spreading themselves far too thin, or there are so many of them that I don't know if anything we can do matters, and that's the most concerning part. Hopefully, they're foolish enough to attempt a full frontal war across multiple fronts against multiple enemies simultaneously. Because, historically speaking, that doesn't end well for the aggressor. So hopefully...
They're spreading themselves thin. Oh. What is that?
You begin to hear more writing on the on another page. So
Yeah, I'll flip to it.
you flip it over, and you see some more words begin to form. It says, "Please report to Commander Irvina at Fort Bellist. Report any and all invasion activity, and to assist any and all citizens on this continent."
Any and all citizens. I don't need to wear this anymore.
Huh?
Points at face.
Huh?
You remember
Wait,
Fort
does this say
Bellist?
Fort
It's
Bellist?
it's not like a super important place, but you do remember that in the war between Carmeli and Dason, as part of the treaty that Carmeli had given to Dason, it was for Dason to give up Fort Bellist and to give it to them.
Okay.
You remember it being, it was in between the a mountain, like a mountain ridge and a cliffside, and kind of like this valley, which you remember the valley being somewhere southwest of Carmeli, which would in turn be southeast of Carmeli. That would in turn be around north-ish of Dason, like roughly north.
Okay.
I've heard of Fort Bellis before. That's something. Where is it again?
All citizens. Would I think that is referring specifically to Carmelians, or
You have
are
actually
they just offering amnesty?
You have actually not seen this kind of language from Carmeli before. This is at least not common. It was.
Yeah.
This is you do know that the previous rulers, the Carme family, were very antagonistic towards Dason. They did, start a war with them after all. But you do know that the current rulers, the Svechia family, has been trying to make amends for the war. They've been constantly trying to basically help out Dason. You get the sense this is probably amnesty for everyone.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll look over to Volley and I'll like show her the page, still holding on to it.
Yeah.
And I'll just sort of like dictating to everybody who maybe isn't also reading along with it, and I'll say, it looks like Carmeli is offering refuge to any and all at this fort. About how far away from Dayston is this fort?
Roughly about a week travel.
Okay. About a week's away in the north, presumably along the borders of the two countries, because if it was something that Carmeli like won, so to speak, in the war, or like just across the border, and it seems like they're offering protection, or at the very least rallying here. I don't know if we necessarily want to send a bunch of unarmed civilians there, but it might be a good place to fall back to if they're fortifying it. And maybe from there they have places that they can, take and put people. No offense to Dayston, but it's a little weak to siege.
Dayston does seem definitely not doing a good job at protecting her people, so.
But this is another option. Actually, Volley has her map out, like, sprawled out on the table still, right?
Yeah.
Is the fort on there, or am I able to mark it her?
You don't see the fort on there.
Okay.
So it seems like the map. It seems like the map is just too zoomed in per se.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't cover that. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will point obviously it'd be off of the map she's currently looking at, but using that as a reference point, I'll be like, based on what you have here, I'd put the fort at about this location, and then just hover hand off the table where it would be in relation to the map as it's laid out.
Well, seems like you have a knack for finding solutions at just the right moment. But
yeah,
I worry how it would get these people to the fort. If we are to escort them, I would ask, well, all of you to accompany us and protect everyone. Me and they are great at infiltrating the different districts and getting where we shouldn't be, but fending off squads of military-trained warriors, that's not our forte.
Is that where we want to go? And I'll just look at my other 3 party members.
I was actually intending on visiting Carmeli at some point, so I believe this is a perfect opportunity for me.
If that's where we will be safest, I just want to make sure that the people of Dayston are okay.
I don't know if I or Carmeli can guarantee safety, but I do know that they are more organized and more judicious in keeping track of things and keeping things under lock and key than Dayston is. They also have a bigger military force. And if my theory is correct, and we're not just being faced with an absolutely overwhelming army here, which doesn't line up with history. I can't imagine there's that many of these. We'll just call them lunatics because that's what they are, because they're trying to burn the world. I can't imagine there's that many of them. So they must be spreading themselves thin. They have advantageous firepower, quite literally. But I think that they are getting a little bold, and I do think that Carmeli stands a far better chance against them militarily, at least for a little bit. For one, they can combat magic with magic, which Dason's just not equipped to do, and Carmeli is quite proficient at.
So you say, wait, so the paper says that only Fort
And again,
Belest
if they're
is
foolish
actually...
enough to spread themselves thin enough to strike multiple countries simultaneously with a small force, then I'm not going to get cocky, but we at least have an advantage there as well. Those are just sort of the facts as I see them, at least. Evetta?
I was asking whether Fort Belest was the only place that they were offering refuge. Are they extending it to Carmeli itself?
Presumably? Nothing in the
so-
note says
It doesn't clarify that Carmeli is like closed borders or has closed down its gates, but it's specific. I mean, the note it just says to report to Commander Urbina at Fort Belest and to rescue all and any citizens of the continent.
Yeah, I'll relay that, and then I'll say it sounds to me that is the rallying point. That is where we find the answer to your question, because that's where this is presumably where they have the most resources at the moment to be able to coordinate something like what you're describing, and that's where we can maybe determine where to go from there if the main city itself is in fact open. Or if they have other settlements that are equally protected. Like, Carmeli is the big city, but it has multiple, like, smaller towns and stuff, like, within the country as well, right, Ryder?
A couple here and there. There's
Okay.
the port town. There is a place called, this isn't exactly an option, but, but there's a place called Una Castle. Which is on the edge. It is primarily dedicated to the Una family, which is a prestigious line of sorcerers. It's kind of just an academic institution.
Okay.
But who knows?
If it's a castle, it's fortified.
There's a castle, or there's Carmeli, there's Fort Belest, and there might be a couple, like one or two towns that you may encounter along the way.
Okay. See, I'll tell Evetta that is probably, at the moment, aside from the main city, the most heavily fortified location. And when there, we can probably find out where else they are directing people. Because you can't put everyone in one place. Carmeli's big. So
yeah, that's what I was worried about. We have so many people here, so many refugees needing to escape, and
the
if the fortress is not able to hold, where else can we go? But...
go ahead and make a history check real quick, Seth.
Okay. Nat 20.
Oh,
It almost fell off my coffee table too. Like, it just skidded right to the edge, and the 20 just stared up at me.
This is not the first time Carmeli had to take on a sudden influx of people.
Okay.
Around what would be almost a millennia ago, a great catastrophe struck the old world. This catastrophe was so large and almost Armageddon that a new calendar was spawned for the people who still lived after the event. And this event is known as the Chaos Calamity.
Oh, hey, I know that.
So many people fled the old world via, or so many people fled either swimming or on, like dinghies and rowboats to the old world. and this was before the Carme family actually took in place, so the capital was still called Livernius. The peak population of Livernius was 10,000, at least 10,000 people at one point, which has since reduced heavily because of the later event. But Carmeli definitely has the capacity to take in, you would guess, anywhere like at least 2,000 more people.
I was gonna say we only have like a couple hundred here.
Yeah,
right?
a couple hundred. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'll just turn towards Evetta and I'll say they would not direct, and I'll point specifically at the part where it says like any and all citizens of the continent. I'll say that they're aware of the population of the New World. They wouldn't say that if they weren't certain that they would be able to at least house them or in some capacity keep them. And what we have here doesn't even scratch what they could take in. The fort is also the I'm guessing this right, or correct me if I'm wrong. The fort is also the closest nexus point to enter into Carmeli proper. They would prepare for that many people to cross its borders. I feel if this is what we choose, I'm not saying one way or another, I'm just again providing details. I feel like they are prepared, and you can tell he's saying this very begrudgingly. He's because in a way he's admitting that at the end of the day Carmeli does have all of their shit together. And so this is a very pained way of him admitting almost that they understand bookkeeping. They have run the numbers. They choose their words very carefully, and they calculate everything. That statement was made with intent.
Oh, I see. Okay. So in reality, we don't really have anything to worry about in terms of numbers.
Well, in terms of numbers.
One other concern I have, and this is probably a very minor one at least, but the people of Dayston have a bit of animosity towards those who use arcane. Is Carmeli equipped to subdue those types of people in the most peaceful way possible without hurting anyone? Because the last thing I would want is to have all these refugees come over to Carmeli and then start disrupting their culture, their structures, whatever it is, only because they use magic.
I feel
Are they aware of that?
I guarantee you they're aware of that, but I feel like this is something that both sides... I'll tell you this. Carmeli has calculated that as well. Peacefully, probably. Their punishments are not as severe, I would say, as the things that we've seen in my short, lovely time in Dayston. I could have returned to the capital at any point in the last 2 years, put my hands up for cuffs, and then been walking among the streets within a week. Several large fines to pay off and some community service, mind you. But I would have been amongst the populace and potentially able to continue practicing magic within a week or two.
Evetta raises his eyebrow at that, really?
They also understand the population of Dayston and their animosity towards magic, since that's kind of the country's whole conflict. They've prepared for that. On the other hand, and he sort of looks out via the cistern in the hot zone to all of the Daystonites that are currently there. I guess we're in a specific room, but he looks out towards where they would be.
Yeah,
and he says,
you can hear the crowd.
Yeah. The people of Dayston, they're going to be the ones that need to make the choice whether or not their morals and their belief is more important than their life. Mm-hmm. And I will tell you this. The Carmelis, I don't think they would go out of their way to harm any of the Daystonites. Imprison them maybe, but
really?
but I'm talking like local jails, not like full-on prisons. If they start rioting or attacking Carmeli citizens for their right to practice magic, they would, put them in a drunk tank where they can't hurt themselves or anybody else. However, the Carmelis would let them walk, I believe. And so if the people of Dayston want to be safe, they'll need to swallow their pride. And I'll just sort of look at Volley and I'll be like, that's something you and Thayer will most likely need to talk to your people about if this is our course of action tomorrow. Because...
Hi, well, we can do our best convincing as many people as possible. And for those who are reasonable, they should see that Carmeli is not the demons that this city has made them out to be.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't do anything for unreasonable folks.
I mean,
and there would definitely be a couple.
I feel that Carmeli would think along those same lines. And for the unreasonable folks, all we can do is wish them the best on their own.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. I agree as well. In fact, I'm actually impressed that Carmeli is as, how do I say it, merciful, in a way? Because the only thing I knew about Carmeli is the fact that, yes, they are arcane users. We did go to war at some point with them. By we, I mean Dayston. But that's it. I had never actually heard of the culture of Carmeli or how laissez-faire they actually are. How reasonable they can actually be.
Reasonable, yeah, I suppose is a way to think of it. Merciful...
well, compared to Dayston.
Compared to Dayston. Merciful, yes, but also stifling in a way. But based on the contents of this, and he'll sort of like, again, he's still holding like the ledger. It seems like they're willing to bend those rules even a little bit more. They've suspended all hunts for apostates. It seems
is that
like
what that means?
Yes. It's some sort of like he says it out loud, and then you can tell that it sort of like hits him in that moment. Like, this is this is the first time in 2 years I haven't had to run, or at least be hidden. He just starts staring at his hands again. Like you notice this Evetta in the morning when he first woke up, and he like kept looking at his hands after he like swapped his voice back and was like talking and conversing with you, and he just keeps staring at his hands now, and he's
Does that mean you'll be able to revert back to your old self and not have any repercussions?
I suppose it does.
Do you want to go back to your old self?
I don't know what type of person I need to be to stop the Ashmakers, and that concerns me.
You still have the paper in your hand, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, you hear like this twinkling noise, and you begin to, because I imagine the paper is like still flipped over. You're seeing like these like dark fragments, like pieces, just kind of fall, seemingly from like the other side of the pages.
I'll flip over to that side.
You flip back.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that the lettering, not the lettering, the words are disappearing.
Okay.
Everyone,
sort of.
It seems like they're completely erasing it.
Yeah. Sort of like in
that,
case like the enemy, it falls into the enemy's hands, burn after reading type thing.
And all that remains is just the warning to report to report to Commander Irvina at Fort Bellest.
Okay. Is my reasoning correct there, that this is like a burn after reading, don't let the enemy see it type thing, or is this something else?
It could be a myriad of things, but burn, don't let the enemy read it is probably likely. But this early might be a bit of a
Yeah.
Harder to tell, but yeah, it could be that.
I'm using that in like open air quotes, like the idea
Yeah.
that like you send a message that you don't want, like in a spy movie when like the tape explodes after, like that's sort of
Yeah.
what I'm thinking of. Okay. And I'll say, oh, okay, well that was fast. But I suppose that question, Evetta, and he's back to staring at his hands again, is something I will have to investigate with myself in the next week.
Well, it will take some time to get used to you being a lady.
Oh, I'll still be
So-
Seth. He just smiles. I suppose it would.
You hear
I
this?
forget. I forget how different it can be for others.
You hear this extremely loud. And most explosions you've heard have been very muffled. This explosion feels and it sounds much louder, and it shakes the entire hot zone. And you see everyone kind of looking at each other. You're hearing murmurs in the crowd.
I'll look over at Volley.
She's kind of looking up, and you see she is just as confused. What was that? Should we head out there?
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to go look.
We should probably take a peek or something.
Volley gets up as well. Well, then perhaps let's check on outside and see if we still have time. And she leaves the room.
I had another question, but I suppose that'll have to wait. That can wait until Thea probably wakes up. Maybe.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Do we want to go up there to investigate?
Yes.
Or-
Oh no. I imagine. Sorry. I imagine we're having this conversation as we're following Volley.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So everyone follows Volley.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
You see her take one of the tunnels that leads outside, and after walking for a couple, or several after walking for several minutes, you come across a staircase that leads out. You see her open this cellar door. As she opens the cellar door, she gets up, and you guys exit or go through the cellar door as well. It is complete pitch black. You see Volley whip out a torch, and as it lights up, it seems to be it seems to be basically like a basement. You're seeing shelves of barrels, assumedly some kind of alcohol. And she goes up another set of stairs that seems to lead out of the basement. As she opens this door that leads out of the basement, you can see it leads to like almost an entirely burnt kitchen. It is just black and soot, and you can actually see the sky. This upper part, tavern, just seems to be completely burned down, and just like the frame of the tavern remains. She steps out. If you guys continue to follow her,
Yeah.
you guys step out onto this just burnt kitchen, and you look to your left, and you see the rest of the tavern. Just the roof of just it's collapsed in like the dining area. It is a rubble of burnt wood, of soot, of charcoal. But you look around and you can see the view of the street through the holes in the walls, and through the missing pieces of wood, blown out windows, or just the entire roof just has crumbled in. And you walk out, and the entire right side, there's just no wall. There actually is just no wall. It just straight up leads into like the street. And for the most part, there isn't like a huge flame anymore, blanketing the entire city. There's still tons of buildings like on fire. The fires though are much smaller, and And most of the smaller buildings have like completely burnt down. Like at this point. You guys look around and you guys hear another thunderous explosion and a flash of light all behind you guys, and you all turn around, and the street, it just continues down, right? It's like a straight way, it's not like on a slope, and it kind of goes down and then continues going straight. I want everyone to make a perception check.
Okay.
Okay.
Um.
Oh
16.
man, got a 9.
Oh, I got a 14.
14, and would you get Seth?
16.
16. Okay. David is temporarily gone, so we'll just say he's distracted. So 16. Seth and Zara, they're having a little bit of a hard time, Zara, but you'll get like the general gist of it. So Seth, you see first off a squadron of Ashmaker soldiers. There's an Ashmaker warrior in front and behind the squad. They're very far away, by the way. They're not anywhere close, and they don't look like they're looking in your direction. And you see tons of dead bodies of citizens, of Legion Knights, of children, of Ashmaker members just scattered across the street. People slumped up against the side of buildings. General, just war effects. But in the squadron, you see them kind of just standing there, like waiting. And after like a couple seconds, you see this figure. You come into view from like your left perspective, moving into like the center of your view. And you see this very familiar looking figure. You actually remember this figure as being the quote unquote representative that had came in a couple days before when you guys took your first rest in Thayer's house. The representative that had done this grand appearance and was whatever his business was in Dason. He looks not at all tattered. His robes are intact, and he is more or less wearing the same garb. Robes with like a fiery design, and these golden spiky pauldrons, and he has like his hair. He has like long hair that's like pulled into a bun, and then a piece of golden like ornament stuck into the bun. As he walks into view, you see his right hand on fire, like completely wrapped up in flames. And as he exits, you see another figure come from the same area, from the left into your center view. And again, Zara, you're getting this. I would say like Zara and Evetta, you like her guys are seeing this, but like it's like a more general version of this. You see another figure move into view, and this one is much more armored, even more armored than the Ashmaker warriors, and they don't follow. Or this figure does not follow the same armor pattern as the Mountain Riders. You see he is in his on his back is like this long shield that's almost like the length of his entire torso, and then goes down to like his knees. And you see a short sword or like some kind of short sword like sheath or some just kind of sword sheath in his belt. And his pattern is much more obsidian based. In terms of color, there's a lot more like blacks, and it looks like almost obsidian with how like glossy the armor is from this distance. He is not wearing a helmet. His face is a little bit hard to make out from this distance, but you see he is completely bald. And as he comes into view, you see he is dragging 4 people, 2 in his left hand and 2 in his right hand. He's just dragging them across the ground, and the representative stops, and this new figure, he throws these 4 people up against like this building. You see the representative staring daggers into these people, and these people they actually look like members of the Underrunner gang. They don't look like, or the Underrunners. They don't look like anyone you know, but they're wearing like similar garb. They look like they're wearing like they would be part of the Underrunners. You see the mouth of the representative like moving. You can't make out any words from this distance, but you see it moving. Then like a minute passes before you see one of the Underrunners like spits on the face of the representative. And you see him bring his fiery hand in, and this ball of fire begins to glow before he launches it forward to the group of the Underrunners, seemingly casting like a fireball. Completely incinerates them, and you see neither the representative nor this new figure get affected at all. You see like the Ashmaker soldiers and the warriors, they kind of like flinch and react to it. This blast of explosion, the hair is blown back. You see like the robe being blown back, but not at all affected. And you see the Underrunners just reacting the pain that they're they're set on fire. One of them like gets up and tries to run. He runs about like 5 to 10 feet before he like collapses to his knees and just like falls over, and they are just left completely burnt black meat. Hold on,
How
wait.
far away is this scene happening?
You would guess roughly like reaching like 200 feet.
Okay.
We all probably heard that explosion, right? From at the distance.
Actually,
Okay.
you see one of the Underrunners like pats himself out, and it seems like he's like standing. He like pats himself out, and he runs away. And you see the new figure puts his hand like in a claw formation, and then thrusts it forward and like reaches for the sky. And you see these flaming. You see the ground beneath him light on fire. About 3 or 4 flaming chains come launching out of the ground with like these hooks on the end of it, and they all hook onto the Underrunner who's running away. After he reaches to the sky, he pulls his hand back in, and you see the flaming chains pulls the Underrunner who tried to run away back in. You see him skidding across, and he ran like 15 feet away and then was grabbed back. You see the figure like step on his back as the Underrunner is like laying on the ground. You see the representative move over and cast some other fire-related spell. You see the Underrunner trying to get up, trying to break free, and then once and it gets from the perspective like you're looking at like the back of the new figure, so you can't really see like what's happening, but you see the representative cast some spell, and as soon as he does that, you see the Underrunner just completely go limp and lifeless.
What is how does Volley look right now? What is she doing?
She looks extremely like shocked, and a mixture of shock and anger.
Mm-hmm.
She just has like no words.
I'll get down close to her and I'll just like whisper, like clearly under duress, just we either need to not be here or we need to attack them. But we need to make a decision now. We can't just stay here.
And she kind of like blinks a couple of times before she retreats back into the building where they wouldn't be able to see you guys. She kind of like leans her like lowers her head and like rubs her temples. If we want to fight them, we're going to need much more help and some strategy. But for right now, I do not want to fight them.
Okay, so we need to go back to the hot zone now.
Understood.
Who are those people? Do either of you recognize them?
I have no idea.
Talk later, move now.
Okay.
All right. You guys run back through the hot zone as quick as you can. You make it back within like minutes. You don't see anyone you recognize quite yet. Thayer doesn't seem like he's back. Everyone, Harvin
Yeah,
and
he better
Oz
be
are still
fucking
out there.
sleeping. Better not be
Um,
back from anything. I'll fucking fight him.
Harvin and Oz are still out there. Well, Volley did say that Thayer had left a couple hours ago.
Oh.
What? He
Uh,
had one job.
didn't hear that. Oh, what?
She had one job. Put an old man to
Oh.
bed.
But Tuna and Ibri are not back, and it's just you guys and Volley. So you guys make it back to the hot zone.
Also, a couple hours ago, how
Wait,
long were we
what?
talking?
Yeah, what? Wow, that
We
wasn't that long.
We saw him when we got breakfast. I think I've only been awake for an hour and a half. Is Thayer a time traveler? You have to
He's
tell
a
me.
time
I'm
traveler.
really
Totally.
fast.
Dang.
Yeah, we had a conversation like right after we woke up. Volley escorted him away. We had the brief conversation that we like started the session with, and then we went to go speak to Volley.
Yeah, because I thought Volley was still trying to put Thayer to bed.
Yeah, I thought that was all happening within the same span of an hour because like we were just having like a really quick conversation.
Are you guys saying this to Volley, or?
No, I'm talking to you, Ryder, the Dungeon Master.
Oh, well,
Is that not
he
correct?
snuck past you guys.
This
I just,
dude.
the time
dang.
dilation.
Player
was
is too
confusing me.
sneaky.
Yeah. God dang.
We should have known.
Well, Volley thinks it was a couple hours ago, but
Okay.
then maybe it wasn't.
I was asleep a couple hours ago, Volley.
Yeah, but Volley, really? What?
He's going to die, Volley.
I can't stop that man.
All right, then I hope you're prepared to lose him.
I know him.
Is everyone just like staring annoyed at Volley
Yeah.
or something? Like, what's going on?
I think Seth is definitely just like looking off towards one of the tunnels, and he just says, "Which tunnels lead to the other taverns?"
Well, and she points to the 4 different tunnels. One of the tunnels that you guys came out of. Then there's the 3 other tunnels. There's a tunnel next to you that also leads to a tavern, and then there's 2 tunnels on the other end that lead to taverns. The
Do you
tunnel
have
to the
any
left. The tunnel to the left leads to the Skytop district, and then, wait, why don't I just draw this? Hold on. You guys came out of this tunnel.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
The black lines indicate a tunnel. You guys came out of this tunnel right here.
Okay.
Okay, so that's Silverlight.
So,
Volley, which one
Or
has more?
Skytop.
Which one has more spirits? Because preferably, we would like to find the ones that have more alcohol in them than water.
You might want to ask. This is not really my expertise. Checking the proof of barrels.
I see.
I more like to wander where I'm not supposed to be and eavesdrop. Perhaps Harvard knows more.
That would make sense. Okay.
Harbin's out right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that the higher end districts have the higher end alcohol because
Okay, that
those are
was
the
my
people
thought
that can
too.
afford them.
That would not be
Makes
bad
sense.
bet. Then in that case, those 2 tunnels. And she points to this tunnel and this tunnel.
Okay.
Those 2 lead to taverns in the central borough. You can check those first. We unfortunately do not have a way into the Trove of Bliss, which is the tavern that's in the Skytop quarters.
Yeah.
Got it.
We don't have an entrance there. Somehow their security is better than Dayston. Plus, it might be burned down by now.
Yeah.
But you could try it out if you find it.
The attack
Yeah.
was centered there. No, I mean 2 taverns. If we don't need that much. Again, the alcohol is just for the fireball. That's not gonna be. I look at Evetta. The concussive force is gonna come from what you can do.
Exactly.
We just want the
I do know
alcohol
that.
to make a big enough column of flame. I feel like if we can make 2 good trips, that's probably more than enough. Even 1, if it's a high enough proof, would more than suit our needs. But 2 is just sort of like, I feel like that just increases our odds. So we can
Mhm.
either go in teams of 2, or we can take a tunnel at a time. It's probably best to stick together.
Yeah,
We
we'll
have
probably-
I would rather
we
stick
should
together.
together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would rather stick together.
So yeah, a cart, a hand truck, a wheelbarrow, something that we can use to transport as much alcohol back here as possible. Not like a riding cart, like something that like points at Dag, something a strong young man could pull.
A strong, young, short man could pull.
I am short.
Short Dag.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have a storage room per se. Most of the stuff that we have stored was just we would store it in the room we found me in. This is more of a center point of which many tasks can be planned out. More of a quick way to get to each. I'll admit this was not meant to become a base.
Understandable.
So, well, I can look around. And,
I mean, I feel like at this point, time is even more so of the essence, especially if Thayer is committed to risking his life. Let's pick a tunnel as a group, the four of us. Let's go there, and I mean, there's four of us. Dag and Zara could lift like more than Evetta and I combined several times over. We all have bags. We can carry whatever we can. Also, presumably, taverns, they'll have some sort of conveyance device for large quantities of alcohol. If it hasn't been burnt to the ground, they probably have some sort of hand cart available to them, just because of loading and unloading shipments. It would make sense. If not, then we all have a bag. We all carry as much as we can. We'll still being able to be efficient and mobile.
Sounds good.
But
Sounds good
we
to me.
can't just sit in the hot zone. We need to
No.
utilize our time, so that tomorrow we're ready to go. We need to leave this city. We need to travel north as soon as possible.
Let's take this north tunnel then.
Sounds good.
all right. So, you head down the tunnel, and how fast do you go? You guys are running, or are you guys just like walking?
I mean, we're not.
Is it dark?
What time is it as well? Like, it's still
Yeah.
morning, right?
It's still morning. Yeah, when you guys went out, I mean, most of the smoke is preventing you from really seeing like a clear sky. But
Yeah.
it was like early morning, grayish.
Yeah. I don't think we need to run. I think we could still be expeditious, but without like exerting ourselves. We
Yeah.
need to. Yeah, we need to be.
Just walk at a brisk pace.
Yeah.
All right.
Speed walking, you know.
So,
While we're walking, there's one thing I'd like to do. I want to swap out in my Ion Stone. I want to drop this guy's self that's in it. If I need to cast it in order to get rid of it, that's fine. I'll give myself a bow tie. And I'm gonna replace it.
yeah, why not? Steph has a
Put
bow
on
tie
the-
now.
Glasses with mustache. There we go.
And I'm gonna
Okay.
replace it with Shield of Faith.
Okay.
W.
All right. So, as you
No.
guys get there,
Oh,
get to the leads to it, and leads to a staircase with a kind of trapdoor. You open the trapdoor, and as well exit. It seems to lead into another basement. This basement is slightly different. It kind of has like a more L-shaped design to the interior. In the center, you see a circle. No, not a circle. In the center, you see a round table. On this round table, you see these kind of like trays, and then along like the walls on your left, you see what you are looking for: racks of barrels of alcohol. On your left, you see barrels, and then on the rack beside that, you see bottles. Bottles like in crates, and then put on the rack.
Are the bottles filled? Do they seem filled?
you go and inspect them. They seem the glasses are kind of dark, but when you inspect it, they do seem mostly filled.
Okay.
Mostly
Some bottles are missing, but for the most part,
They're wine
almost all the
bottles?
bottles are there.
Seth calls out, just don't take anything less than 80%.
Okay.
It's
Yes.
not. It will not be worth its weight if it's not at least 80% alcohol.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay.
Can we look around?
All right, everyone, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Investigation.
Everyone, also go ahead and make a stealth check.
Ah, crap.
Don't check.
So hold on,
Okay.
make the stealth check first. Make the stealth check first.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh my god! I just rolled 2 nat 20s.
All right,
Ooh,
perfect.
Nice.
No one knows you are there. Not even your
Oh,
party
wait.
members.
Stealth? I have disadvantage.
Oh.
I got the first one, and I was like, "Oh, a
Right.
20 investigation. How good is
Oh,
that?" Like,
God.
Yeah.
do the stealth first, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. 20 stealth is great." And then I roll it again. Well, why not both?
Oh, wow.
What, David? What do you need, David?
I rolled a 14 for stealth.
Okay.
I got a
Azargo.
4.
Okay.
I got a 17.
17.
You
All
have
right.
Investigation, right?
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay.
Okay.
Everyone, go ahead and make their investigation checks. Yeah.
Okay.
What is happening? Why is he laughing?
Okay, 18 for you, Dak.
Yeah.
You can just smell which one has the most alcohol.
Investigation?
You know
got
that
a
you know that
26.
thing in cartoons where like
yeah.
an elderly woman puts like the pie out in the window
Yeah.
and there's like the scent, and then like
Oh
a
my
character
God.
sniffs it and they like
And
lift
that-
in the
that starts
air.
flying.
Yeah, he starts flying towards like yeah. What'd you get, Zara?
12.
12, Evetta.
26.
26, and Seth.
That was the second nat 20, but I can't beat a 26. What the fuck, Evetta?
Yeah, Vetta's good at this.
My nat 20's lower than whatever you rolled.
That wasn't even a nat 20 for me either. Wow.
That's
What'd you get- wait.
insanity.
What'd you get for your investigation, Seth?
I rolled both of them back to back. I have a 20 stealth and a 20 investigation.
All right, wow.
Yeah,
All right,
no,
well.
I've never done that
Damn.
before in my life.
So you guys, not much time is wasted. About 5 minutes go by. Evetta and Seth kind of go all over the barrels. You guys find 2 barrels. They're kind of at the top. That one is 85 and the other one is 87. And you tag those. There is a barrel that is about 70. You can bring that if you want, but for now you guys have managed to tag 2 barrels that are at least 80.
Hmm. How big are
Uh,
these barrels?
The barrels are no wider than your like oh, that's not good. They're no wider than
Evetta is skinny?
Isn't Evetta super thin?
okay, fine. They're no wider than
We said
Dags.
Dag? Okay.
Dags like torso.
But that boy's thick.
Oh, that's
Oh,
funny.
wow.
You guys,
Small buff man.
you guys could carry like both barrel, like 2 barrels, or yeah, you guys could both carry 2 barrels, like one under each arm.
Okay.
They're not like super wide.
Okay.
Evetta, Zara,
Okay.
and Dag, you recognize one of the bottles. It's kind of like in a clear glass with a kind of like this black black top. You recognize it. It's one of the alcohols that was served in like the tavern that was for the arena that you worked in. Or not worked in, that you
Oh.
were a part of. There was like a tavern built into the arena, and so you would frequently go there. And this is one of the alcohols you recognize it, and you remember because it was the only alcohol that actually made you feel something.
Ah.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow. What do you mean by that?
You take it and you look at it, and it's 100. No, I'm kidding.
It's
Could you imagine?
Oh my God.
Could you imagine though?
Damn.
No.
The
I
blood
mean,
alcohol.
100's not even that.
His blood
Um,
alcohol.
Look, 151 is a thing, all right? Like,
No way.
Jeez.
No, but you do find it. It's 95%. And so you.
Evetta pockets that one.
No.
the whole barrel?
No,
Is
this
that a
time
barrel?
it's a crate, unfortunately. It's an actual crate. It's like an open like basket, and it has about 8 bottles of this. And these bottles are not very tall or like wide. They're kind of like skinny,
Hmm.
Dag could probably hold like 3 in one hand.
Oh. Steph, do you think
Three
these
crates?
would work?
Zara,
Those are
you
perfect.
find a basket, and you look, and you're like, it has 80%. Okay, and you back up, and you slip.
Oh.
And you end up slipping. The basket goes flying over your head, and you hit the edge of one of the trays. The alcohol most of the bottles in the basket break against the floor. About like two bottles like skid across. They skid across the ground, and you see them lay up against the wall, and then and they both just break after a moment waiting. There was this loud
Zara?
clanging. There was this loud clanging noise as she just knocked off all of the trays, all the metal trays that were on that wooden round table. And
sorry, guys.
you
alright?
immediately hear above you. What was that? I don't know. It came from down here.
Oh my.
Shoot.
You see the door that's
Dag,
that leads
help
out
me
of the
hold this
basement.
crate of the alcohol.
All right.
Okay.
Dad grabbed the cake. Actually, if
I'll
Dad
grab-
grab the cake.
yeah, Evetta, grab the crate. It's small. Dag and Zara grab one of these barrels. I pointed the 285s, and then I
Got
grabbed the
it.
70. We need to go. They fight
Okay.
with fire.
Let's go.
We cannot fight in this tavern right now.
Okay,
All right.
grab the
You grab
barrel.
it and you hurriedly over. Let's say,
That's
hey,
great.
you know what, Zara?
No, I'm literally
Go ahead.
flammable
Since
right
you're
now.
on,
Please
you're
don't.
on. Why not? You're on slippery alcohol.
No,
Go ahead
please.
and make an acrobatics check.
Oh my god.
Right.
Vader just wants to watch us fail.
Guys, I rolled in that one.
not you. I want Evetta or Zara to roll acrobatics. So what'd you get? What'd you get?
I got a 3.
Buddy.
So she
no,
gets up.
guys,
You
please.
hand her
Let
the basket.
No, it's not
the momentum is enough to make her fall over again, and she
Oh my God.
also drops this basket.
No. Evetta puts on the crate and tries to lift up Zara. Zara, please, can you get up?
Or, sorry,
I'm
the
so
barrel,
sorry.
not the crate. Sorry, the barrel. Sorry, the barrel.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
The barrel is the
Did the
barrel
barrel
at least
break?
sturdy enough that it doesn't shatter.
It doesn't shatter, but as
Okay.
it rolls, you see it. There's a tiny hole in it.
I cast mending on the hole. I attempt to cast mending on the hole.
Okay.
Is it like
cast-
is it a small hole?
It's a small. It's I mean, it's kind of a small hole, and it's near like the lip of the barrel, so there wasn't
Can I
much
just-
alcohol coming out, but like
Can I-
bits of drops were coming out.
Yeah,
Can
who
I
knows,
just
it could've
plug
been
it with
bad
my
later down the line.
finger?
I'll attempt to mend it.
Well, Steph is already mending it.
Yes,
Okay.
he's already mending it. Does Zara need to make another acrobatics check?
Please no,
Yeah, make
please.
another one with it. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
Evetta is
Oh
trying to
my
help.
god. I'm
help
literally
Zara up.
sweating my balls off right now.
Okay. No. Dag is already bolting down the tunnel.
Hey, good for you, Dag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you could just stand. Are you okay now?
Yes, thank the gods. It's the armor, I swear. It's the armor, it's not me.
You can see the door beginning to break.
Evetta picks up the crate and starts briskly walking back.
I was gonna say, we're high
There's a
now.
Yeah.
there's a magic a sign has formed like over the wet area, and there's like this yellow sign, and there's like an image of like this guy falling over it. It just says caution wet area.
God.
No,
Can I
the sign is
over
a
the
picture of
sign?
Zara falling over.
No, it's not.
No, all right. Zara grabs the barrel. Evetta grabs the crate. You guys hurriedly run back to the tunnel. The dagger's already like 60 feet ahead of you guys.
I would have grabbed a barrel as well.
You grabbed the 70. I forgot. Yeah, you have the
Yeah.
70. Dag was told to run, and he's running.
Oh my god.
You see him go down. As you guys are now all in the tunnel, Evetta, you close the door. Your last one. Evetta, you're like the last one to get through. You close the door, and as you close the door, you hear the door completely. You hear it break off.
Ooh.
You hear them running down the basement, but you don't have time to think about it. You close the door, and you immediately start running.
Gotta go. That was a little too close.
So, within minutes, again, you guys make it back to the hot zone. Oh, yep. What?
I was just gonna let's not lead them back. Like, I want to travel a little bit away from them, and then I'll sort of stop everyone. Is there like a recess in the wall somewhere where we can put the alcohol down?
In the
Or is it just like smooth corridors?
in the design of these tunnels, there's like these these like wall torch lights, and they're like stuck on in between like these kind of like how do I describe it? These kind of like carved out portions of the wall. So you can essentially put in like the barrels and the crates like in like these carved out portions of the wall. Yeah.
Okay. Or even if there's like a sharp turn where we can duck it behind like the corner. But essentially I'm gonna try and find some place like relatively close to the like entrance to where we were and put the crates down and be like, all right,
Okay.
we need to go finish them off.
Okay.
They can't know how to get here. I just don't want to have a fight in an explosive basement.
Okay. So we'll rewind. We'll rewind a couple minutes back. So about let's say like about 100 feet or so, there was a sudden like right turn. And you hide it all there. You have to call Dag to come back.
Dag, bring your crate. Or put your crate down there. That's fine too.
All right.
Yeah. You put your crate back down. But you all regroup. And you're waiting for them to potentially follow you.
Do we even wait? I'll ask the party. Like, do we wait or go after them? We cannot let them find the hot zone, and we can't let them inform any of their other guards.
Can I ray of frost the floor to make them slip if they open the door?
Interesting.
So that they would slip, then we could get the
I
jump
will
on them.
say, unfortunately, the ray of frost would not be able to cover the entirety of the floor. But I'll let you ray of frost like the door handle and make ice like glue like the door to the wall.
Okay.
So that they have a hard time opening the door. If you want to do that, but I will say like ray of frost, unfortunately, it's just a cantrip, and it's like a concentrated effect. If you point it at the ground, it would freeze like a bit of the ground over, but they could just hug the sides and bypass it.
I see. Okay.
So, but you could do it on like the door, and freeze like the door into the frame, and they would have to make a strength check to open it.
Evetta would want to do that then. She will try to freeze the door handle and the frame.
Okay.
I'm going to, while she's doing that, I'm gonna thaumaturgy my voice so that it's booming. And I'm going to just make it sound like I'm directing them basically, like the party. But I'm giving them incorrect directions from what we know. But I'm trying to make it loud enough that they can follow my voice essentially. And then I'll turn to Zara and Dag, not booming, and be like, get ready to hit them the second they come across that threshold.
All right.
Got it.
All right. Let me draw this open. Let me draw this. Let me draw this proper. In it, bruv. All right, what am I doing?
Why must you?
Ready.
Why in the world are we
Quenie?
suddenly from a specific district?
Sorry. I want
Quenie?
to ready.
Quenie?
No,
What is
that's
happening?
Zara.
I wanna ready my
That's Zara.
Oh, you're right. That's Zara. My bad.
In game.
Yeah,
That's the
Zara.
part in game.
In game.
Okay.
I'm ready
whoops.
my javelin.
We will say that this is. Why did it flashbang? All right. This big white chocolate bar is the tunnel.
Okay.
So
That's a sentence.
Oh, I see.
we'll put you guys back here like this,
Ooh,
and
the
then we'll
pixels.
have the door right here.
Okay.
And there will be a bit of ice, kind of like here.
Can I?
Okay.
So yeah, feel free to move. Feel free to move however you guys want.
Okay.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I
So
hate
it's-
iOS.
Can I ready my Ashmaker longsword?
Okay, and what do you want to ready it for? Like as soon as someone comes, do you want to attack them?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then you ready for an attack. As soon as an enemy comes into range of you, you get to make you get to make your 2 attacks.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Tag is ready. I'm gonna
Are
ready
you
my.
and you're two-handing, right?
Yeah, I'm two-handing it. So that's
Okay.
the 1d10 plus 6, right?
Then when you're
Or how does it work?
so for now, we'll say for now as when you begin to two-hand it, And as you start two-handing it, the pommel sort of jets out with flame. The hilts kind of have these kind of small jet flames, and the blade begins to the side, the edge, the sharp edges of it begin to have these flames kind of curl alongside of it, and then the tip of the blade goes longer. It's using the greatsword form now. So you deal 2d6 slashing damage plus 2d6 fire damage on each attack, and you have to maintain concentration.
Okay, wait. So you said 2d6
slashing damage and then 2d6 fire damage.
Okay.
And you have to maintain
that's for each
concentration. Yeah, that's for each attack. Yeah, and you have to maintain. You know what concentration means?
No.
So every time you take damage, you have to roll a Constitution check, DC 10 or half the damage you took, whichever is higher. If you fail the Constitution check, it'll revert back to longsword form.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. What is everyone else doing? Or is everyone just waiting for the
Is Evetta still icing the door? Or is this like, are we doing this while she's icing the door, or what? Like, because I'm assuming this is after she's done icing it, so she's able to back up.
I mean, you were able to ice it like from here.
Okay.
Or from that far. But I would say like this is like after you ice the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna continue to thaumaturgy, but instead of my voice, I'm gonna do the sound of all of our boots like loudly running down the corridor again, just to like draw their attention towards us.
Is Seth moving his mouth when he does this? Because that's a really interesting visual.
Wait, the speaking part, yes. This part, no.
I just want to imagine Seth trying to talk to you, and it's just.
Yeah.
I do like that mental image. But, no.
Speaks in footsteps. Okay, and
All right,
Zara,
Evetta will ready her gun then.
Okay, and Zara, what are you doing?
I'm gonna ready my sword. Long sword.
What do you? Okay, what are you ready?
Oh, I'm gonna
like an attack?
my bad. Yeah, an attack.
Okay. All right. You guys, wait a little bit. You hear them walking around the basement. You hear about 4 or 5, seems to be units, and you hear some conversation. You hear like, well, it looks like they rushed out in a hurry. You hear the boots kind of spread out. Another moment goes by, and you hear a voice right behind the door call out, "Hey, come on, let's check this door." And you hear about 4 other looks here to be like footfalls approach the door. You see the door handle begin to jiggle. The guy's kind of like, "What the?" You see like the door kind of like bulge. All right. He rams to the door again. You see the door almost give way, but it doesn't quite give way. You see the door like beginning to weaken. You can see it's kind of bending now. You see a bash the door once again. He's like, fuck.
Who'd have thought the people that worship the fire dragon can't handle some ice on a door?
You hear another voice go, "All right, come on, it's not worth it. Let's just go. This ain't worth our time, man."
Thaumaturgy, I open the door. as long as it's not locked, I can do that, and it's not locked.
Okay, so yeah, the ice immediately shatters and the door flings wide open.
Like, fuck you guys! Dag and Zara, get them!
Fire shoot!
Okay, all right. Let me draw the rest of the map. All right. So you see about one. Oh God!
Oh, he's huge!
Oh.
Large man.
Oh
Large-
god, why
oh,
is he
shoot.
humongous?
He's got that big Zara energy.
All right, so I will say, unfortunately, Zara and Dag, they are just out of range.
Okay.
For you to actually hit them. If you want, you can forego your held action, and we can just roll initiative.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
Because
I'll just roll
what is
initiative.
what is happening?
I'm
Boy, let
what?
me see your health.
I should have just readied my
You can't just
javelin.
ask someone to see their health, right? Are you gonna?
What the heck?
How
Let me see your health.
rude.
How much health?
What that
You
health
don't ask
do?
Amanda.
Can't just ask Amanda to see his health on the first
Yeah.
date.
Oh, because he's a map. Oh.
What?
What the heck? How do you keep doing this?
I accidentally made him a map, guys.
Oh my god. He truly is big Zara.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, the
No.
basement's a mimic.
Okay, you see about 3 of them immediately.
Oh, there are 3 of them.
Okay.
Wow.
We heard 5.
You heard 5, but you see 3. All right.
Oh.
So, Zara and Dag, you go as forgo your reaction or your hold action. Evetta, you're holding the fire, so you can go ahead and make that action right now.
Okay. Do I have to roll
How about
attack?
this? Hold on. Okay, so
Agreed.
it seems appropriate. This one is titled Vengeance. This seems appropriate.
Ah.
Oh, I can't hear. I forgot.
Okay, so because they were not expecting that, you guys will have a surprise round.
Okay.
Ooh.
If you take your held action, Evetta, you don't get your action on your surprise round, but you will still get your bonus action and your movement. Regardless if you take your hold action now or not. But all I'm saying is you can take your hold action right now and do what you want, or you can wait until your turn. I just won't let you have like 2 actions like simultaneously.
I see.
Uh-huh.
Ivetta's gonna shoot. I'm
Alright.
gonna use my held action.
All right, go ahead. Which one do you want to fire?
I want to fire at number 1.
All right, go ahead and make a shoot attack.
Attack
Go-
roll. Okay.
Yeah, an attack roll. Yeah.
Make a shoot!
I make a fire shoot. I fire shoot 24.
24 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. Where's my D10? Where'd it go? 11.
11 points of damage. Nice. As the door busts open, what the? Ah! And he just suddenly shot, and he just suddenly have sharp pain.
It's gonna be highly concerning.
Ivetta's just grinning like ha ha.
All right, so I will get everyone's initiative in just a moment.
I'll remember to add my dex mod.
Yeah, make sure you
There we
add
go.
your dex mod.
Let's go.
Oh my god, my rolls are
my God,
awesome,
they have, like,
guys.
So you were having trouble opening a door, brother. What's going on? over
Yeah,
there?
when I was doing that sequence, none of my rolls got above a 10.
Oh my
What?
So that's why I was like, wow.
No,
It's
Ryder,
alright.
damn, I think you should go gambling soon, you know? Good rolls.
Oh.
Ryder, you and me, I'm gonna take my triple nat 20. You take your all below a 10, and let's play some poker.
Yeah, we're in the scheme together. Looks like I'll be against you, but we're actually like, sharing the. No, okay.
We split it 50-50. Let's go.
There we go.
All right. So, 25 to 20. All right, 20 to 15.
15.
19.
But are both of you 15?
No.
19.
19. Okay. 15 to 10.
11.
11. Okay, let me get that. And what'd you get, Evetta?
A 9.
9. All right.
Damn it, better.
So, this is a surprise round. So, Zara, you're up first.
I'm gonna pull
That's
up
all she does.
to number 1.
I really love tech support headset Zara. It's a new kind of.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, what the heck?
Difficulties. I'm gonna have to deal with question, okay?
This is very interesting.
She's just speaking through a radio right now.
Thank you for calling the Embis hotline. My name is Zara. Do you require blessings or healings? Please dial 1 for blessing. If you'd like to speak to an acolyte of Embis, please hold.
Zara's just going through a bit of a cold, okay? He's going through a bit of a cold.
I suppose we can see that from the random Cockney accent.
Oh, yeah.
You want me?
That's funny.
Oh,
That's funny. Who are you attacking?
Number 1.
Number 1? Alright, go ahead and roll
Okay.
damage.
Hold up, this is the wrong dice. Hold up. Does a 24 hit? I have 2 hits.
Right.
Thing.
But you got her nat 20 on the first one. Go ahead and roll damage.
Your first
Okay.
hit might kill him, and you can use your second.
Yeah,
hit.
that's what I'm saying. Go ahead and roll damage on your first one.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh.
God, the
Remington.
the tech support is just
So good, dude.
Don't worry about it. Listen.
I wish I understood any of that.
Sorry, what did you say?
Speaking through a sponge right now.
I am not here to purchase your internet providings.
What? 11 points of damage?
Yes.
Okay, alright. So you do 11 points of damage. What?
Sorry, nothing.
Okay, you do 11 points of damage. He is looking extremely bloodied, but he is not down yet. So go ahead. You got 20 for your next roll, your attack roll. That does hit, so go ahead and roll damage again.
What is with these rolls? 7.
7. With that, exposing a weakness, a chink in his armor, you impale him right there, cutting through the flesh. He died.
Yay!
Impaling through the fresh, he died. Yeah, that's it.
All right, you have your bonus action and the rest of your movement.
Should I use a strike? I'm regretting. Give me a sec. My bonus action is dun da da da.
The tech support. I can't get over it. It's so muffled.
The word you're looking for is
the
the word you're looking for is scuffed.
yes.
Guys, let me switch to my webcam mic. You know, I got you.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Okay, I'll unplug my headset. I'll do laptop mic. We'll
Oh
make
my God!
no.
In fact, I'll get the call. I'll stop being on my cell phone. I'll go back to my laptop. Like, just completely.
Yeah, if you went back to your laptop, you would still be discussing about the barrel.
I'm still talking to Volley before we left.
All right, sorry. What'd you get? What are you doing, Zara?
I'm going to Shield of Faith,
Okay.
Urban Dag.
Okay. All
So
right.
he gets plus
So
2
that,
AP.
is that concentration?
That
It
is.
It is? Okay.
Yes.
Good to
So
know.
what happened?
So you get +2 to your AC until Zara fails her concentration,
Oh, let's go.
or until it runs out, or until
Was
she
it
goes
just
Every
spell?
round, right? I have to do
Yeah,
concentration
it's a spell.
every round,
Oh,
or every time I'm hit.
does she have to roll?
The way
is it?
concentration works is that every time you get hit, or basically every time you take damage, you have to make a Constitution check. The DC is 10 or half the damage you took, whichever is higher.
Okay.
All right, Dag, it is your turn.
All right.
That is my turn.
Wait, can I do my bonus action now?
Sure.
All right, Dag's gonna enrage, and as always, his signature move, grow a tail. Very versatile,
tail.
very good.
All right.
He's gonna
Versatile.
attack thing too.
All right.
Versatile.
Go for thing
And,
2. Make those 2 attacks.
Yeah, he's gonna use the Ashmaker longsword. You know,
Yep.
two-handed. Let's see if I even hit him though.
This is amazing. I can't see
Oh.
Dag, so I just see an invisible great axe.
Oh, that's nat 20. Oh, okay, I got nat 20. Did I hit?
That
A floating great axe. Oh my god, nat 20. Wow.
does hit. Hold on, let me think about this for a second. 4. Oh shoot. Go ahead and roll the damage first for this attack.
Okay.
Because you actually might kill him outright. So
Let's go.
That's 4d.
Ooh.
That's 8d6 total. You get to roll.
Wait, that's
Damn.
8d6
Go, Dad.
total.
Yeah, but hold
Okay.
on. Before you tell me,
Yeah.
which one is slashing, which one is fire.
Okay, so I did 8 slashing. Oh wait, should I roll all 8 first?
No, you roll 4d6 for slashing and then 4d6 for fire.
Okay, I rolled 8 for slashing and 8 for
Okay.
fire.
Okay.
Does the 8 slashing include your mod?
Is that including the modifier?
Oh,
It should your rage damage, your ability modifier, and your
Oh.
proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
Damn.
okay, wait.
8 on
oh.
4d6 is really low.
Okay, wait. So I think with the
Yeah, I
8
was gonna say.
slashing, and that's actually 10 slashing. Then, what else am I supposed to add on?
Your ability modifier and your proficiency bonus.
Ability modifier.
No, no proficiency bonus for damage. It's just the.
Oh,
just
sorry,
the
no for
mod.
damage.
Yeah.
My bad.
Wait,
You're
how
good.
do I know about the ability modifier?
It'll be next to the weapon in your inventory, or sorry, under your actions. It'll have like the sword, and it'll tell you what your damage is, and it'll have the like plus with the modifier right next to it.
Oh, so that. Oh, I got you. It's +6. So, with the slashing, that's 16 damage and then 8 fire.
There we go.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, because what is this? Yeah. That is +6 to
Yeah.
damage because it's a +2 weapon. Yeah. So you do 16 slashing damage and then you do 8 fire damage. All right. He is still standing, so go ahead and make your second attack.
Alrighty. So slashing is going to be oh shit, I gotta do this again. 19 and 3 fire damage.
Wait, did you roll for attack? Sorry, did I tell you to roll damage? I meant to roll for,
Oh
did you roll for
shoot, I
attack?
forgot to roll
Ouch,
attack
Jesus.
again. My fault. I lied, guys. Oh, does a 19? Oh, yeah, oh, actually, I guess it's supposed to be 27. Or 28.
No, okay, yeah, 19 hits, 27. No, yeah, 27 hits. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a rollover drop off.
Okay. Let's do some math. I already lost it. What was it?
Oh my god. You kill him. You kill him. You kill him.
Every one of your
You don't even need to tell me. You don't even need to tell me. You kill him. He has 6 hit points. The minimum you can do is like 9 damage. All right,
was
you
gonna
kill
say,
him.
Never mind. Yeah,
Think
no,
of it
I
this
just
way.
keep flashing.
I was saying,
Jesus.
every single one of your attacks, if you're using this sword and you're raging, it's a minimum of 9. You're adding basically +8 to whatever you roll on the dice.
Yeah. So you're good. You're good. He's dead.
Alright, I got you. I guess he's dead. We don't know though.
I'll call out. I want to call out to Dag before his turn ends. After I see him just down this guy, I'm gonna yell out, "Search the room. No survivors. No runners."
By the way, what beast form? What beast part did you grow, Dag?
The tail.
Tail. Okay, cool. Good to know.
Yeah, my signature move.
All right. Seth, you're up. Oh wait. You have the rest of your movement, Dag, if you want to move up.
Oh. Well, I don't know if I should move further in.
No
But I feel
survivors.
like I
No
want
runners.
to. Well, I guess I'll move again, right?
Kill 'em all,
Okay.
Dag.
Extra AC.
So,
You got
as
this,
you
Dag.
move in, Dag,
Oh,
It's alright.
you see 1 and 2 warriors at the farther end of the room.
I can solo them. Too good. Light work.
So,
No.
Seth,
That's fine.
your turn.
5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna get up to here. Am I able to see those guys from this angle or no?
I will say you can see 1, no, but not 2.
But not
You
2.
can see.
Okay.
You can see. Hold on. Whoops, I didn't. You can see thing 1, but not
Thing
thing
1.
2.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh god.
I'm down. I
Uh-oh.
don't like that.
Sorry.
That's not good.
Sorry, Seth.
I'm prepared to die. I've told you that since session
Oh.
1. I'm gonna.
And
Okay.
I'm planning on it. I'm planning.
Oh, okay. working
I'm
on
gonna
it.
twin a guiding bolt. I'm gonna hit number 1 in the corner, and then the dude right in front of Dag.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for your attack.
For number 1, that's gonna be a dirty 20 to hit. Actually, I think it's
Dirty 20. Dirty
What's
20
my
hits.
modifier? Wait a second. Sorry, 22 to hit.
22 doesn't hit. No.
Should have rolled that 20 instead.
And then an 18 to hit the guy in front of Dag.
They both hit. So you go ahead,
Perfect.
and roll just once and tell me the damage.
Alright, 8, 10, 12 radiant damage on both of them.
Oh, radiant damage. All right, a clean, good hit, and then they have advantage. Whoever attacks them next gets advantage. Does that run out, by the way? If no one attacked, like if they never got attacked ever in the rest of their life, would it run out? I've not looked at that.
I'm pretty sure. Let's double check. All right. Before the end of my next turn. So no, yeah, it is
Okay.
limited to the end of my next turn.
Okay, that's a really
like
funny
the idea.
visual, though.
I like the idea. It's like somebody gets guiding bolted, they narrowly escape and live, and then like 5 years later, they like stub their toe and die.
yeah, that's a really funny image to me. Okay,
The
I
table just gets a
will.
crit.
I will say I will put this image, this fist image, means that whoever attacks them next has advantage.
Ooh,
Just
okay.
actually, you know what? There's a better image. What this, whatever this is.
I have fisted these guys.
Oh, God.
Nice. Good job.
Oh goodness.
You can add
Is
that
that
to your
not-
bucket
Is
list.
that not what we're doing?
Oh no.
Yeah, I think that's a different system. I think.
Oh, okay. Do we need a shapeshift? Would they prefer if I shapeshifted
Oh
first?
my god.
Yeah, there's some incompatibility. No, oh jeez.
I'm gonna.
Liz, why do you think they're in a cult that worships dragons? I'm just saying.
Oh, okay, hang on. For my bonus action, I turn into Harvard. Well, hi, y'all.
Hey, sugar.
I got another basement y'all can go in. Alright, my turn's over. I'm done. I'm done. I think I quit D&D. I'm gonna go live in the mountains. Goodbye.
Okay, Evetta, you are up.
Is this still the surprise round?
This is still the surprise round. Yeah.
Oh,
so Zara gets her
okay.
turn right after this.
Interesting. Okay. Ow. Oof. Evetta is going to move up and not trip over whatever it was that I just hit. She's gonna move up.
Hey, watch
Fire.
it.
Uh-oh.
You watch
What was
like a
that?
rat scurry. You see a rat scurry off.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Rat. Miss Rat? Oh,
Hey, I'm walking here. This joke sucks.
She's going to fire shoot with her gun
Alright,
at
go
Mr.
ahead
number
and-
3.
All right, you have advantage.
Sure.
I have advantage. That is right.
I'm gonna roll with Queenie dice, so I roll lower.
Oh god.
Roll
Dang.
Oh no, that didn't
lower.
work
Oh my
against me.
You're right. I think I should use it now then.
God. Well, thank you for the advantage. 26.
26 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
What the heck? I got 11 again.
11. All right.
11
he is
piercing.
Looking super bad. 11 piercing damage. Super bloodied up. You can see him panting heavily. By the way, this guy does not. Oh Jesus!
Yeah, but-
They still do not have their weapons drawn. By the way.
Oh, wow.
So,
Now?
the surprise round is over. I lied. Warrior 2 will act first. His turn starts now. Why am I saying it like this?
A soul
see.
still burns.
Let's see. All right. Oh, I did change it. Let's go. Sorry.
Did you
Sorry.
just age 50 years?
Sorry. He's going to walk up. I can make it.
Oh,
And what does he want to do? Okay. He's going to make 2 attacks towards Zara.
Oh, great.
Oh
great.
yeah,
I'm ready.
I'm glad I chose this die. That is 25 to hit, and
Got
a 22. No, yeah, 22 to hit.
Oh, they both hit.
The 25 doesn't, but the 22 does, you know.
Yeah.
I don't like being taking damage. It's not
You
the
don't like
right.
being taking damage? Well,
Yeah, I
unfortunately, these
don't
aren't
like
grunts,
damage.
so I have a little bit of thinking they do. 6. That is 6. That is 6 points of damage. 5 slashing and 1 fire. For one of the attacks. Let me roll the other one.
Oh, I'm accidentally healing myself?
Wow, that's Jesus, I rolled terribly. Okay, and then another 6. Yeah, another 6 points of damage.
God, okay.
So, the other one.
Hold up.
What does this spell
Oh,
do?
okay.
Hold on.
Does she have to do Constitution saving
Oh, I know,
throws
you're
for the
right.
concentration?
She does. Yeah, she does. Yeah, make 2 Constitution checks.
I got a 12. Oh, nat 20. I'm good.
That's one. All right, you're
Yeah,
fine.
you're cool, Dag.
And you are good. All right, never mind. All right, Zara, it is your turn.
Wee! Give me a sec. I was thinking of something. Ah, fuck. Okay.
In
I pull up.
character.
No, I don't get a woman. I pull up.
Excuse me.
I can still get a. Never mind. I didn't do that. Dag, you got him. You're chilling. I'm not
Are you talking to us? Wait, what's happening?
I'm so confused.
He's
Yeah,
getting
what's-
farther away somehow.
I'm thinking out loud. My bad. What was I thinking? Okay, I'm gonna attack.
What is happening?
Um,
I'm gonna attack. Oh, Warrior 2. Yeah, I'm gonna attack
Warrior 2, okay.
Yeah.
And make your attack.
Does a 25 hit?
25 hits. Go ahead
Yeah.
and roll for your second attack if you want.
A 10? A 10?
A 10?
Yeah.
10 does not hit, so go ahead and roll for the first attack.
Okay.
Roll damage with the first attack.
They're not undead, right?
No. And you can see like a human underneath, or at least some kind of life-based form underneath the armor.
24.
24 damage. Nice.
Yeah.
As you
Ooh.
strike down with divine fury, this your blade glows, and as you hit him, this kind of radiant sound echoes throughout the entire hallway and the basement. You're going for another attack, but he blocks it with his the staff part of his glaive and pushes you back. All right. I just realized the advantage on this guy's probably gone. Warrior 1 now gets to take his turn. We're going to move here. And he is going to cast...
Fireball, bet
let's
you
see.
won't.
Misty Step. He's gonna teleport.
He is going to
Swear to God.
cast...
One more of these fuckers teleports in front of me.
oh no.
That'd be kind of funny, wouldn't it? Okay, hold on.
Oh my god. I didn't give him
Oh,
it. Okay. Oh.
Oh, we die. That's it.
Oh, that whoops, not from there.
Think about it. Really think about it.
Okay, he's going to cast Burning Hands in this cone. So I need Dag, Zara, and Seth to go ahead and make dexterity saving throws.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Got a 7.
You said dex saving throw?
Dex saving throw, yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a... s-
Wait,
that's not
no,
how
I'm
math works.
I'm actually crazy.
I rolled
Never mind.
What'd you roll?
A 15.
15, okay. And would
I
you
also got a
roll
15.
15? And would you roll, Seth?
13.
Why am
13,
I
okay, you all
tweaking?
save. As you see him to go cast the Burning Hands, you see him immediately like recoil. And he like grabs like the top of his face. He's like, ah, what the? So you all take 5 fire damage.
Okay.
How much?
5 fire damage. So
Nice,
unfortunately, your
nice.
rage does not reduce that. Your rage resistance does not reduce that.
Oh.
Okay.
He is then going to cast Firebolt
Do it.
at Seth.
What?
Yeah, he really
Oh.
doesn't.
They have
Excuse
they
me?
they have some bending they can do here and there.
You quickening
Oh.
up there, boy?
Oh god.
I'm the only sorcerer in this here fucking basement hallway. You dare
Heavens,
quicken
is that
shit in
you?
front of me?
What the? What? Why did you carve it?
That is
No.
that is a 19 to hit.
Wait.
Hmm.
Does that hit?
So it does
is that?
unless I shield, and I'm trying to determine if
Okay.
Seth is annoyed enough that this person quickened a spell that he's gonna attempt to shield. I think I'm gonna
Hold
attempt
up.
to shield because I'm the
All right.
sorcerer down here. Fuck
Wait,
you,
give me a sec.
buddy.
Can
Oh,
I
okay.
see? Can I see who's attacking? Seth.
It's this guy down here.
Can I give him? Can I shield Seth because he's technically like within 5 feet of me?
Oh, yeah, that would actually work better.
And then yeah,
Okay,
Yeah, so
then I
then
you do that. You move in the way.
Disadvantage.
And then does a 19 hit you? I assume it doesn't.
No,
What's
with
your
the,
AC?
it gives me a +2, right?
Oh, that's what it does.
Zara's thing.
No,
Or-
they just get disadvantage. The dude.
Oh, it's
okay.
disadvantage. Okay.
Yeah.
Then that is a 17.
Then that does not hit. Let's go,
All right.
Zara.
Nice.
All right.
Zara's saving the day.
So you see after he bounces back from the brief recoil, Zara, you see him channeling another small firebolt, and as he goes to release it, you jump in the way, and you thrust your shield out, and as you do, this divine glint sort of outlines like your shield as it blocks as you block the fireball. This kind of like divine shield projection kind of juts out, and blocks like the firebolt, like several inches even before it hits your shield, and it makes this divine cool noise. There we go. All right, Daggett, it's your turn.
Alrighty. I guess I'll just play it safe and just attack Warrior 2.
All right, go ahead.
All right. With the ash and the long sword.
Yep.
Alrighty. Now there's a 16 hits.
You go to swing, and with almost incredible reaction speed. He goes and immediately throws his staff, his glaive into his other side, and he parries your attack.
Alright.
So unfortunately, your first attack does not hit.
Boom! Oh, does a 28 hit?
28 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice.
Let's see. This will be.
Oh, by the
slashing.
way,
Yeah.
the Ashmaker longsword. I don't know if you have been doing this. It's a +2 rare weapon, so you get to add +2 to your attack rolls. Just in case you haven't been doing that. I don't know if you have been doing that, but just in case you haven't.
Oh,
been doing
like when you're trying to hit.
that. When you're trying to do the attack. So yeah, it's so.
Oh,
It
I
would
haven't
be-
been doing that.
You haven't been doing that. Well then, yeah. Well now you know.
Oh no! Oh wait,
Um,
I know. It's already implemented in. No, it's already implemented.
Is it implemented in? Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I was wondering why it was +9, not +7. Okay,
Yeah,
that makes way
yeah.
more sense.
All
I
right.
was like, dang, +11 is crazy, and I was like, oh, that makes way more sense. Either way,
Go ahead and roll.
slashing damage.
Damage.
14.
Is that 14 slashing?
Yeah, 14 slashing.
14 slashing, and then for your fire,
9.
9. All right. Dang. All right. Yeah, the warrior 2 was looking very low, and you notice it now, Dag. You remember before. You get him really low, and you look at his chest, and there you see the undulating orange glowing heart, and it's now beginning to glow like brighter.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
No.
All right, you have your bonus action and your movement.
Yeah, I don't really, I I really don't got no bonus, so I'm just gonna chillax right there.
All right.
By the way, Dag, you don't have +2 AC no more.
Yeah, I kind of assumed that when you got hit for 12 damage.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
It was. I
Well,
forgot how
no,
much it
but I
was.
failed the Constitution.
Oh yeah.
When?
I kind of.
When?
Or like when I when? Oh, when?
Yeah, like,
Wait, when did you
Yeah,
lose
you,
it?
you
Wait.
you only made 2 Constitution checks, right?
No, I made another one because I got hit when fire.
When?
When the dude made the cone.
With fire. Oh, and you got below a 10?
Yeah, I got below a 10.
Okay, you need to tell me next time.
Okay, got it.
All right. So. Is that end of your turn, Dag?
That is.
Then Pséftis, your turn.
All right, so number one, the guy that's in between Zara and Dag, that's the one that's glowing and exploding and glowing.
This one, Warrior 2, yeah.
Okay, and all right, and then there's number 3 up here. How is number 3 looking?
Number 3 is on death's door.
Okay. Then I'm gonna not shoot Warrior 1 so as to not explode my friends, because that seems rude. I'm gonna move back here so that I am also not exploded. And I'm going to twin another guiding bolt on Warrior 1 and number 3.
All right. Roll for them attacks.
17 and 18.
17 on which one? Okay, well both actually hit regardless of the order.
I was
so
doing it left
they
to
both
right.
hit.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. I should have
No, you're good.
All right, damages.
Oh, technically you have advantage on Warrior 1. So go ahead and roll again.
Oh, true. Yeah, maybe I crit that boy.
Yeah.
Did not crit that boy.
Did not crit. All right.
But that is 18 radiant damage on those 2.
You see the jaw of the warrior of the thing 3 just get knocked out, and you see him just collapse over. You see him, warrior 1 takes the hit to the chest, and he's like, and he kind of like reels back. But he's holding himself up with his glaive. What else you want to do?
One thing that I meant to ask at the start of my turn, when Warrior 1 cast the Burning Hands, did it look like it affected Warrior 2 in any way? Because like he would have been like dead center in the nexus of the cone. Did it
Yes,
look like he got hit?
It did, but
okay.
Not only did it look like not only did it look like he saved against the effect, but also like the fire itself did not. It had less of an effect on him.
Got it. When I level up, I need to change some spells around.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I may have picked some spells very early on before I knew that we'd be fighting mostly fire-resistant enemies in the campaign. And,
Yeah.
also, because Wizards of the Coast is Wizards of the Coast, all the highest damaging spells are the, let me guess, the fire evocation spells. So,
Yeah.
if I want to maximize DPS, yeah. But anyway, yeah, I move behind Evetta, and I think that's my turn. I believe that's my turn.
All right, Evetta, you're up.
Wait, okay, so you can only can you change your spells when you long rest, or is it only at level ups you can change your spells?
It depends on your class.
It depends on your class.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorcerers, I get to swap one. I get to swap a cantrip, and I get to swap a leveled spell every time I level up.
Oh, okay.
Wizards kind of have it shafted against them, right? Once you have a spell, that's a hit.
Yeah,
you can't,
but wizards also
but you
have,
get
like,
to. But I think they get to like know the most spells though, depending on how many.
Exactly, yeah. They get to know the most spells, and they can write basically anything down into their spell book.
I didn't know this because I didn't read into wizard much. I just learned that wizards can cast ritual spells in their spell book, and they don't have to have it prepared. And I didn't know that.
Yes.
I was like, that is really cool.
That is insane. What?
Wizards have a lot of things that make them like just the most versatile casters, and the only thing that they really have that's a detriment against them is you get locked into spells, and then also they are made out of paper mache and dreams.
Oh, interesting. Oh.
And as
Okay.
the sorcerer, I am honor bound to despise wizards, as they are honor bound to despise me as a sorcerer. That's just how it goes.
All right. Well, I will keep that in mind if I make another wizard or something.
No, it's fair.
Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, Evetta's just gonna call out. Oh, we should probably back up now. So yeah, she's gonna back up and take out her mech, but not. Okay. How badly does Warrior 1 look?
Warrior 1 looks rough.
She's not gonna fire then. She's gonna wait until everyone backs up.
So you can ready to fire.
I can ready to fire? Oh, okay.
Yeah. You can ready to fire once Dag and Zara both move away.
Okay, yeah, I would like that then.
Nice.
I will ready to fire the cannon, at least. Once
Okay.
Zara and Dag move away, far enough away from... Oh god, stop that. Away from the
Evetta's
warriors.
dancing in the hallway.
She's dancing by accident. She's fidgety. Okay, call out mech. It's a tiny mech. It's gonna crawl on her shoulder again. And that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. It is Warrior 2's turn. He looks down at his chest and his glowing heart. He looks at Dag and Zara. And he raises his spear and he stabs himself.
Oh!
Yep, he rolled a high enough DC to hit himself. All right, yeah, that's like 27. So his friend behind him is gonna have to roll the save. So you see him stab himself, and as soon as he does, you immediately see the chest glow impossibly bright, and a fireball begin to form and then explode. Dag and Zara, go ahead and make a... Nope, you both automatically fail. So...
Okay.
Everyone around him automatically fails, actually, including the guy behind him, which might make him explode.
Oh my god, Dag!
Oh, do we get 2 party deaths at once? We get at least save money on the funeral.
So,
The death is
you
a
guys,
damage.
you guys take... it's not much, don't worry. You guys take 18 points of fire damage.
Does the other guy explode and also...
The other guy does not explode.
Nice.
Never
But you
mind,
could see,
don't take my life.
and you guys are both pushed back 10 feet and knocked prone.
Where would that be?
Oh,
So for you, Dag, that's a bit tricky. That's a bit
Yeah,
tricky
where's
for you,
Dag
isn't
going
it?
to go?
Because you're not, in relation to where he is, you wouldn't exactly be prone.
Guys, I
oh
just
no,
go
he
through the
wall
wall.
splats.
Can he just bounce off the wall?
Yeah, you know
He
what,
bounces and hits
Dag?
into
I
Warrior
like that.
2.
I like that idea. The blast was so thunderous, you actually broke through the wall.
Oh no.
And you're knocked prone out here.
We're underground.
Oh god.
This guy's also knocked prone and he hits against the wall and he's like, oh.
Is that
So
exactly what he says?
you see Warrior 2 immediately loses all the rest of his actions. He kind of like collapses to the ground and he's like panting heavily.
And this is where
As you see
Evetta
now,
shoots
like
me.
more fire begins to curl like around like his armor, and in between the lining, showing the kind of revitalization. Zara, it's your turn.
Yay. Yay. Sorry. Yay.
Zara.
Yay. Give me
Zara-
a sec. I'm thinking.
You have
That's how she
javelins, right?
I got this.
She's got those,
I got this.
What's happening?
I'm a little
Please
scared.
leave a message after the
So-
beep.
You are knocked prone. You have to. So when you're knocked, I need to put that for die. You guys are knocked prone, which means you have to spend half your movement to stand back up.
Okay. So I'm gonna stand up.
Okay, so you stand back up. You have 15 feet of movement left.
I'm going to. I pull up. Oh, I can't pull up.
What?
Are you on like your
Wait.
phone? Like, what is happening?
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
He's
How
just
long?
really down.
What will it take? Would it take like a bonus action for me to switch out my shield for 2 javelins?
What are you talking? What?
To
Do you
dual
want
javelins?
what? Do you want to make an attack with your javelin?
Yes, but like, what if I just
roll for your
not-
attack?
Yeah.
Wait, okay, what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
No. That was it. I called up. Give me a sec.
Is she
I
going to
called out
Mr.
D&D.
D&D himself? What is happening?
What?
What is going on?
Excuse me, John Watsy. I need a.
No, I'm pulling up to Mr. W2, and I'm going
Okay.
You're filling out your
Then-
W-2 form?
There's a 17 hit.
He goes, you go to attack, and even in his down state, he immediately reacts and parries your attack. So your first attack misses, unfortunately.
Does a 19 hit?
A 19 hits, go ahead and roll damage.
5 slashing and 9 but the thunder damage.
9 slashing and what?
Thunder.
Thunder damage.
Yeah,
Oh.
and then it has to succeed a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away.
Wait,
are you
what?
using are you
What are
using
you-
Thunderous
What
Smite?
are you? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, thunder.
Okay, it sounds like Thunderous Smite.
Oh.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, that's her bonus action. Okay, cool. Oh,
Yeah, basically the
that's
Smite
cool.
uses your bonus action like slot, but it gets tacked on to your main attack, basically.
Oh.
So it's like you say that I'm gonna smite, and then you go to attack, and it uses up both the attack action and the bonus action slot, because you're basically juicing your attack with the smite.
Oh.
I see.
But in
Oh,
return,
okay.
you get giga damage in return, so it's usually always worth it.
So I think it
Yeah.
was 13 damage total.
Yep.
Okay, then let me make a strength saving throw. Oof.
Oh, well, we need to cover our
That
ears
is
for
a
the thunder
19.
sound. No.
Oh, that he's chilling.
All right. It is now Warrior 1's turn. Warrior 1 is going to rush into the hole that Dag is in. Oh, wait, no, he has to stand up. Let's see if he has enough movement. Yeah, he has enough. Oh, wait. Yeah, that was yeah. So, he rushed up to you, Dag, and he is going to make 2 attacks against you.
Alrighty.
Advantage because you are knocked prone. That is a 21
Okay.
and a 19.
Okay, they both hit.
Alright. Okay, fine. They both hit. I already forgot how much damage they do. Oh, whoops. Have I been rolling with the wrong dice? No, that's fine.
Oh.
Okay, that is a lot of damage. That is 9 damage on the first attack, and then 11 points of damage on the second attack. I am accounting for your resistance.
That is crazy, Ryder. I just want you to tell me to. I just wanted you to tell you that's crazy.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you down?
Yeah.
All right.
Wait.
Wait, are you actually down?
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, about to
No.
say.
Alright.
Like,
I'm
what is your
joking.
health at the moment, even?
That a nice JC 17.
All right. He is. That's all he's gonna do. All right, it's your turn, Dag. You have
Alright.
only one thing blocking your entrance.
I wonder.
way. Yeah.
All right, I will get up.
Okay, so you have 15 feet of movement as well.
All right.
Well, no, I'll say 20. I'll say 20.
All right. Well, I can't really move anywhere if I'm gonna be honest, but I think I just attacked the guy. I might as well.
All right.
Yes.
Oh god.
You get to watch Dag explode again.
Yeah,
it's okay,
right.
though. Part 2, but this time I won't die.
Yeah.
Does a 19 hit?
19 hits. As soon as you hit him.
Oh my day.
Once more time, for the third time, his heart glows bright. His chest begins to become a bright orange, and boom!
Already? Oh god.
Zara, I also need you to go ahead and also make it another, another dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
Dag,
jeez.
you will once
Taking a
again
tunnel?
fail automatically because you are within 5 feet.
Am I? That's pretty far.
You're closer than 5 feet actually.
I don't know about that one.
His
Does Dag
friend.
know what happens when you have an explosion in like a compact place?
Yeah,
like what happens? Like
does he understand that?
yeah, like when physics occur. to Dag.
No, Dag didn't go to school for this, guys. What? I don't know what you're on about.
Oh my god.
Understand
no,
what
I'm
happens to
rolling
explosions
high.
in tight spaces?
I know.
Like-
I'm gonna poop.
All right, guys. So Dag dies.
so that second character.
Is this whole place like made of wood as
29
well?
29 points of fire damage to you, Dag. That's
So-
15 points of fire damage to you, Zara. And that's some amount of damage to the warrior too, because he failed. Or he succeeded, and then his resistances.
So that was
Guys,
15
that
to
did
moi.
not kill me.
15 fire damage, yeah. Wait, no,
Did it
how much,
Yeah.
what did you roll on your dexterity save?
I got
how
a
much-
17.
Yeah, so you succeeded, but you succeeded. So yeah, 15 points of fire damage.
Guys, Zara
Doesn't
might
that
be,
just kill Dag? What's
Guys,
Dag's
so-
Mac?
so guys,
Oh,
plot armor twist. I don't die, right?
Yeah, you don't die.
Yeah, armor
Boom.
twist.
I actually
So-
level up, and I come back.
You see Dag. You guys don't see Dag, but you hear another explosion, and you hear like this kind of like just groan. And you see the explosion also knocks Zara, and you see as her head whiplashes and hits the wall. You see she drops like her weapon and her shield, and she falls like to the ground.
Oh shoot!
TPK.
All right. Seth, it is now your turn.
Seth, we need
I
to save them.
I look back to Evetta and I say, I can't heal them. I can try and kill them. That's all I can do.
Gotcha.
Huh. Well, this changes my turn. I was all ready to go. And
You can kill them as fast as you can.
the only spell that I have in my stone is Shield of Faith.
As
So I'm
that,
gonna try and-
because of that explosion, I will say like this part of the tavern has like now collapsed in on itself.
yeah.
Oh. Is there anyone
yeah.
else around who probably heard the commotion?
We have no way to know
You don't
that.
you don't know. You
We
have
don't
no
know
way of knowing
that.
that.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I am out of spells that can do anything unless I try to cast through the thingy, so I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna attempt Tasha's Mind Whip on both of them.
All right.
Charisma save, or...
Yeah. Looking at their stat sheet.
One time +8, Papa. That is a 18.
Okay, that is an 8 and a 12. Do either succeed?
No.
All right.
So I get
Both take-
damages?
All right, they both take 18 as this one takes 18
Oh,
damage.
no, sorry. I thought...
Oh.
Hang on. I think there might be miscommunication. I thought I had to roll a charisma save to
Oh,
cast.
you're
with
right.
the-
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
My
That's
18 was to
completely
try
fault.
and...
My bad.
get past that.
My bad.
Okay.
I was like, Tasha's Mind Whip is a charisma save? Oh, okay. Well.
No.
no.
Mind Whip is an intelligence save, but they
Yeah.
still fail.
Actually, on intelligence, they actually have a -1, so yeah, they fail.
Let's go!
they would actually got even less than what they rolled. 18 saves. Go ahead and roll the damage for your Mind Whip real quick.
That is 13.
13. Okay, you take 3 points of psychic damage.
That is fine.
As you do that, both you and Warrior 2 kind of like grab your heads for a second, but for different reasons. And as you like recoil back, you see Warrior 2 dead.
Perfect.
You hear. Okay. You hear war. You hear. You can hear like the warrior one exclaiming in pain.
Why is that a full
No.
action? All right, and then I call out to Evetta. I go, new plan, kill him. I can spare the dying, both of them.
Oh, what? Okay.
All right, it is your turn.
We
Evetta.
DPS push.
DPS. Evetta rolls up. And can I see this guy right here from where I am?
I will say you're gonna have to move here to get full. I mean, you can move here, honestly, and you have full. You'll be able to.
He doesn't want to be within 5 feet.
I do not want to be. Yeah, I do not want to be near
Yeah,
him.
you're gonna have to move past Zara's body though to get full, because from this angle he has cover. Also, he has like half. Oh no, you ignore. Do you ignore cover?
Do you have sharpshooter, or does the gunner give you the ability to ignore?
Yeah, it does. I don't. I can't remember if it does.
Unfortunately, gunner doesn't. It only
Okay.
allows me it doesn't impose disadvantage if I stand 5 feet.
Within the half cover means he'll have a +2 on his AC. You can move past. I won't make you like do a check to go past Zara's slumped over body. You can do
Yeah.
that. But
Okay.
I think you gotta take the cleaner shot.
Yes. Evetta's just gonna flip over Zara.
You know,
Okay, I got you, Sam.
trick shot.
Pretty
You know,
light.
Trick shot.
360.
Yeah, she's gonna flip over Zara and
Okay.
spin her gun to cast Ray of Frost.
Alright, Franz, go ahead and make your attack roll.
18.
18. 18 hits. Go ahead and roll the damage.
All right.
W Evetta!
18.
18 points of damage.
Yeah.
All right. You watch as you hit him in the center, and as you, he's not even expecting it. You cast right in the center of him, and it completely bores a hole like through his like stomach. When Ray of Frost finishes, you can see through the hole the dirt wall, and also the top of Dag's hair.
Whoops.
And therefore he's like, and stumbles back and dies.
You deserve no mercy.
All right, spare the
Alright.
dying.
Okay. Zara,
Spare the dying, yeah.
wake
Yep,
up, wake
so-
up.
Okay. Dag,
I'll hit her.
Go ahead,
I'll hit her first, and then Dag.
Dag, go ahead and make one death saving throw.
Alrighty, guys, we're rolling nat 20. I got a
Nice to be-
16.
That's still good.
You're fine.
That's passed.
Okay, and then I'll hit Dag.
Alright.
So they're both stable at 0, not making death saves.
Yeah.
And then I'll turn towards Evetta. I'm like, can you heal at least one of them? If you can heal one of them, they can carry the other one. You and me get the alcohol. We need to leave though. Or if you can get both of them, even better.
Let's see. I can get both of them actually.
All right, perfect. Meet me back in the other end of the corridor. Let's hightail it out of here as soon as they're up.
Okay. All right, she casts Cure Wounds on Zara.
Okay. Make a intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence. Oh, what is my modifier? Oh my god. Dirty 20.
20. All right. Cast it on Zara. Go ahead and roll for the hit points.
11 health.
All right, Zara, you are healed back to life with 11 hit points.
Whee!
Ah, okay. You're good to go. Can you stand?
I think so.
Okay, good. I need to get to Dag.
Okay, I can get him.
I was gonna say,
Can
yeah,
I get
now
him?
that she's
Oh.
up.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just touch his arm and give him 15. Actually, I'll give him 10.
All right. Dag.
He's eating into
Uh,
Evetta's mom's HP pool. Come on, Dag.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Dag,
We gotta conserve.
you come back to life, Dag, with 10 hit points.
Alright.
Okay, I'm going to pick up this crate. We need to move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whichever one of them looks like they have more health, probably Zara. I just put a barrel in her arms and I grab I grab one barrel and then the crate that Dag was holding. I'm like, we gotta go.
I'll take it.
All right. You guys went back to the hot zone. You make it.
Oh gosh.
All right, but you guys make it back to the hot zone. Barrels of alcohol in hand. You don't see Tunar and Ibri. And Harvin and Oz are still not found anywhere. You also don't see Volley. And neither do you see Thayer. So it's just you guys and all the other refugees.
Okay. Did Harvin ever mention?
make it back.
Oh gosh, I
You
wish I
made it
can
back.
remember where the tunnel is. Seth, which part of the wall did you actually want to explode? Was it a section where that camp was located, so that it would distract them?
Yes, a section close by-ish to the camp, far enough away that we have to draw them out of the camp because the camp is somewhere near the tunnel that you used to escape previously.
Okay.
So if we blow, basically I want to split the difference between where the camp is and where the tunnel that you previously used is, so that we can draw them away from that tunnel towards the hole, but give us enough time to get through it without them immediately intercepting us. Basically,
Okay.
I want them to waste their time traveling to get to wherever we blow the hole in, giving whoever's in the tunnel time to leave while they're split their attention on us. And hopefully we're far enough away they don't get to us. I want them caught in the middle as both of us run on either side of them, basically.
Are we actually having people leave through the hole that we make?
Yes, us. We're setting the bomb off,
Okay.
and we charge through. And if Harvin or whoever wants to join us there, that's fine. But we should probably have a team with the civilians as well. But our group should be the ones. We need to be the distraction so that we can let the civilians have the better chance.
You'll be the front line.
Veta looks in the direction of her mother's comatose body. I suppose I'll have to trust them in getting her out of here.
Well, if Harvin's with the civilians, I'm sure you can trust him.
I hope so. Okay, well, alright, I'm good with that plan then. On that note, okay, so...
I trust Tunar. We can give her to Tunar. He'll take care of her too.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Between
No,
Tunar and Harvin, she's getting out of here in one piece.
I wish Volley was here, or there, or someone, so I can ask them if any of us actually had any connections with the military. I know the underrunners and the military are not necessarily on the same side, but now we are. They're ransacking the entire city, so I'm wondering if the military had any sort of plans for this sort of thing, to get the civilians out.
Yeah, they're
If we can
taking
get
care of
their
all the
help,
rich people, and they probably don't care
if
about
we
As
can-
you say that, though, as you say that, Veta, you do see that there are laying out on, on stretchers, several wounded bodies of Legion Knights, like in the cistern, kind of like
Oh.
tucked up against like the walls, and you see like monks attempting to tend. I haven't been very descriptive about it. There is, while it is mostly a mix of regular citizen folk, there are like some monks and a large number of Legion Knights. However, all the Legion Knights that are in here are all wounded. You see like bandages, across their head, or they don't have like their armor on, it's like across their chest, and and you see like 4-star monks trying to tend to them and doing the best they can.
Okay.
But there's no actual like Legion Knight like guarding the area. It just seems that they have, assumedly, Thayer has taken them in.
Do those knights look like guards, just normal guards? Or is there like a difference between a normal guard and someone who's in the military? Like actually
They're
in
the same.
the squadron?
They're the same.
Just so they
The guard
look
and
the
military
same.
members are the same.
Okay.
The same units they use for war would have been the same units they used for guard. And this happened more so because of the war with
Okay.
Carmelin. They're the same.
I was gonna say, Seth in his head is like, no wonder they couldn't win. They're using guards as their military branch. Like sending cops off to war.
It's actually more of the opposite. It's more Marines as cops.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right.
Yeah, it's
Seth
just,
dislikes them even more.
yeah, it just seems like the Scorched Knights are just better at their jobs.
I suppose we can
I
rest
wonder
and...
if we could get one of those knights on our side or something to help us out once he's rested up or something. Maybe he can come with us.
He's
What
free to
time
ask.
is it?
I mean, it depends on how long it takes them to get rested. We're leaving in the morning.
Oh, I
What
hope
time
so.
is it?
It's still morning.
No,
Oh.
like tomorrow morning. is
Yeah,
the
no,
plan.
I know what you mean, Seth, but
Oh,
Zara, that's for
sorry.
the time.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Scrungly
Zara.
audio.
Yeah, Zara, it's still morning.
Well,
Got it.
hopefully whatever concoction I can craft out of the materials won't take as long. I know it's going to take me at least an hour to create it. So, well, does anyone have any plans on here? Or asking anyone here for information or anything?
I'd like to go check out that other tunnel, and then I point at Zara and Dag. You two need to rest
I agree.
for like an hour.
Yeah. I recommend you just rest here.
So take an hour, rest, see if anybody reports back from what it is they're doing. And then we can maybe see about investigating the other tunnel where we might be able to get more liquor. But we should probably, when Thayer or Volley or somebody gets back, we should see about sealing the tunnel that we just came through.
Okay. Well, in that case, are we all resting here, Seth? Or are we actually going to see if we can find maybe a few more bottles or something?
No, we should only proceed as a group. I think we should rest for an hour and then afterwards go look.
Okay. That's fine by me then.
I say
All right.
5 of those guys took out our 2 heaviest hitters. I don't think, no offense to us, Evetta, I don't think either of us would put up as heavy of a fight
No.
if we come across another contingent of those same guards.
Evetta gestures at her outfit. You think I can take any one of those hits? No, of course not.
You can take them.
I didn't think until yesterday that I'd be able to survive a roof being dropped on me. I don't know. I don't know.
I barely survived a roof being dropped on me, so...
You had a meteor dropped on you.
That too.
We might be stronger than we think. I don't want to test that theory.
Nope, do not.
All right, so you guys take a short rest.
Let's short rest.
I do want to ask Zara something, though.
Yeah.
So,
this might be... Well,
you guys are taking your short rest.
Try not to be too loud about this. This might seem out of the blue, but what is your honest opinion on the arcane thus far? You've been adventuring with me and Seth, but I haven't really heard your thoughts on the topic.
Arcane is a very strict topic. It's kind of a niche from where I'm from. It's the way it's used here is, it just seems like initially it felt like anybody had access to it without prior security checks, without prior training. And it's just it wasn't how it was done where I'm from.
That's interesting. So you would need a license in order to cast? Is that what you mean?
In Irving, yes.
I mean, Carmeli's kind of like that, Zara. But I think one of the things you said that kind of caught my interest is regulated and like people have to, train, or obviously some people have to train to learn magic, but are you aware that not all arcane magic can be taught? Sometimes arcane magic is just something that happens naturally. You don't necessarily choose magic. Magic chooses you.
Mm-hmm.
From what I was taught, people needed to be evaluated on whether they could be trusted with magic.
What about the ones that are born with it?
If they weren't granted that right, they couldn't use it.
Interesting.
Kind of sounds like they're splitting the difference between Dayston and Carmeli. That sounds like the worst of both worlds.
I was given the right to access arcane magic, but the training I had was very intensive, and I was monitored almost 24/7. It's not something they take lightly where I'm from, and from my city's history, I get why.
Oh, I see. So would they be against any sort of equipment that's been touched by the arcane?
If it's created by a group or someone that's not authorized to use arcane in Irvinia, they would be very much against it.
Okay, but you have been authorized, correct?
I have.
I see.
Do they not differentiate between arcane magic and non-arcane magic?
Mr. DM.
They do. And
They do.
What you wield is not arcane magic, it's holy magic.
Yes.
That's holy, yeah.
Okay.
But from arcane
So
in this new world, I still am trying to figure out how I feel about it. I'm realizing that things I was taught before were not fully true, and I don't know how much of it I can believe now.
How familiar are you with the place that we're going to? The country, the city of Carmeli?
Well, the books I was focused on were all about the old world. I was never really entertaining the idea
Just so
of
you
moving across the moving continents.
Oh, I see.
Well, just to, I guess, warn you, give you a little bit of a perspective, I guess. You're going to see some things once we're in Carmeli that might be in line with some of the things that they taught you back home. Regulations still very much in effect over there. It is wartime. That's probably changed things somewhat. Presumably, in addition to all of the normal military, like similar to what you'd see here in Dayston, they also have, magical warriors, magical knights. So people who have magic might be brought to arms. So you probably will see a fair amount of arcane magic once we're over there. Just to give you a heads up. They will be using it to defend their citizens, though, and based on the ledger that I showed you earlier, they are going to be using it for the betterment of people and to protect and save them. So hopefully that sort of squares that for you at least a little bit.
Mm-hmm. That was partly the reason why I asked. Because, yeah, we might be venturing there soon. So I didn't want you to be too alarmed. Granted, I don't know too much about Carmeli either, except from whatever Seth has told me, but I'm much more tolerant of arcane.
I'm not going to say that people are just walking through the streets performing random acts of high-level magic, but, and Ryder can correct me on this if I'm wrong, but
it is a very common occurrence though, if you're walking, especially if you're walking down market districts, to see shop owners walk out and use like prestidigitation or some magic to like change the sign.
No, that's sort of what I mean is like
or like
they'll
using
use mundane magic, basically.
Yeah, mundane magic.
Practical magic.
You've seen very lazy, like people setting up stalls using telekinesis.
Mm-hmm. And I'll sort of explain that to Zara. I'm like, you're not going to see people casting fireballs or, destructive magic willy-nilly in the streets. Obviously, when combat happens, you'll see a fair bit of that. But, people will take for granted the ability to do things made more easy by magic. So you might see a bit more leniency in what people are using magic for. In a place like Dayston, they seem to relegate it strictly to devices or helping people. If you see somebody stirring a cup of coffee magically in Carmeli, that's kind of just what happens in cafes. People, they just, it's functionary to them.
That said, which one of your weapons are you actually using more often? Your longsword, correct?
Yep.
Is it enchanted?
It was not.
I see. Well, another reason why I brought this up was because, after everything that has gone down in Dayston, I wanted to thank you for all of your help, especially transporting my mother out of that that heinous sacrificial basement of some sort. So I was wondering if I could perhaps offer my services to you as an artificer and potentially infuse your longsword with a small touch of arcane so that it may strike even more truer upon your enemies. Would you be okay with that? At least until you get a better sword, obviously.
Maybe I should pray on it. I did not do those services in hopes of gaining anything. I truly just wanted to help, and it's what my God would have wanted for me. But I do still have a conflict between my faith and my roots with where I was from, in Irvingia, and maybe what I was taught as a child still has a bigger grasp on me than I thought it does. But
Okay.
I do appreciate it, and I will pray on it and see what my God feels.
Okay, that's fine. No, I figured that you wouldn't be comfortable, but I wanted to make sure.
I do really appreciate it. I'm not sure how much of arcane magic I'm comfortable with it yet.
Well, you know who to turn to if you ever change your mind.
Thank you.
Evetta,
Yes.
you mentioned earlier you had a question before that first explosion happened.
Oh,
I was figuring while we have an hour to sit here and while we're conversing.
oh, right. Okay. Oh, that's right. I was trying to remember what question it was. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. So Evetta does come closer to Seth. Those dreams that you had last night, are they still bothering you?
Make an insight roll.
All right, insight.
Ryder, if you don't mind me taking the reins on this one, because I'm
Sure.
making a deception roll against you.
I see,
beat
I
a
see.
19 deception.
Okay, where's my... So what am I rolling? Insight?
Insight against my deception. I rolled a 19, so that's your DC, basically.
Dirty 20.
Oh, you fucking... God damn it.
Evetta is getting a little bit better.
Fucking, what is a +8 even good for? So yeah, Seth, so you ask him, God damn it. You ask him if it's still bothering him, and he just sort of looks at you, sort of shrugs. No, not at all. And then yeah, you can definitely tell that it's like he's been distracted basically all day, except for like the battle.
She puts a hand on his shoulder. If you need help, possibly looking for any sort of information related to the topic, do let me know. We can maybe still find an acolyte of the Blind Maiden here, someone who follows that goddess of justice or something. Maybe they can lead you somewhere, give you a clue.
I appreciate that, but I don't know if that's the best use of our time right now.
Well, we have an hour. We're still waiting around for everyone to come back.
I will just mention that, Evetta, you would know this. The only followers of the Blind Maiden would be Orclus.
Huh?
So there weren't any from the Central Borough who were brought down here out of, like, running away?
I don't know if Seth would want to talk to one of them.
I mean, none that you see. You know, one tavern was burned down.
No.
And you know that they are, I mean, not that you know, but you have only really seen Thayer operate in the pits, per se.
Okay.
It's such a large
Because I remember
district,
you said, or someone said, how they had also been bringing in some people from the Central Borough. So,
right, not
sure.
Orclus though. Like, just people, just refugees. Like you can clearly see some people who look more well off, like slightly more well off.
Presumably,
like
the Orclus are probably helping like coordinate the like defense of the city.
The Orclus probably would have fled
people.
to either the Silverlight Domain or their own churches.
Yeah.
So and there's and
Okay,
again
so no
in terms of
stray
monks,
orc
there's
list,
like
darn.
only there are actually few orc lists. They're not as common as 4-star monks.
Yeah.
And there's even though 4-star monks are way more common, there's only like 3 to 4 in the hot zone
Okay. So that
of like the hundreds of people in here.
So does that mean Caserly's not here? Should Evetta go look around for Caserly for information, even if she's not a part of them?
She can try. She can certainly try.
Okay. Give me a moment. Let me see if I can find someone around.
No, it's really fun. And then Evetta's like gone, and he's just like,
Yeah, she just walks off.
So go ahead and make
Okay, there we go.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Come on, dice, please help. Investigation.
you got
Oh
like
my
a plus
God.
20 on investigation, apparently.
26.
You don't find
Jesus
her.
Christ.
I don't know what's going on.
You look around. You ask around. She's not here. And you ask one of the monks, and you have like this kind of sincere face, and he kind of leans into you and whispers that he remembers that there was a Goliath who tried to join, but she was exiled for being too brutish, and she was exiled out of the city. And his description of her matches Surly. And he says that she reportedly was seen wandering the Skywood Grove a lot. He said that this happened.
Caserly... Oh,
He said this
okay.
happened like several months ago.
Wait, a Goliath? Are you mistaken? Not
Afraid
an
not.
Aasimar?
No, an Aasimar. Yeah, the description matches Surly.
Interesting.
Afraid not. I believe
Hmm.
she's not been in the city for months now.
Months. Interesting. Okay. Well, thank you. Well, actually, no, never mind. Thank you kindly for your information. I
No
will leave you
problem.
to it.
First, I'll guide you.
If it doesn't say anything, she just walks away. Does she bump into Gavin?
No.
With this 26? Okay, good. Well, I tried. I'm really sorry, Seth. There isn't anyone here who is a follower of the Blind Maiden. So,
It's fine. I appreciate it. Truthfully, I would really just like to be outside of Dayston and fully in control of my faculties again, and more clear-headed to discover, to figure out our plan for the future. Our immediate danger is more pressing. Getting these people out, getting ourselves out of here. I think that's, we need to focus on that now. But I do appreciate it. And you can tell he's being genuine, but he's definitely like, he's not telling you everything.
Yeah, I know. It's just... I can't help it. I'll just admit. I owe my life to you, Sev. I just want to help. In any way that I can. Even if it means I'm multitasking left and right. Between what's currently going on and what might happen in the future. So I care.
You're too good for your own good, Evetta. And I appreciate you. He goes back to staring at his hands.
All right. You guys are finished with a short rest. About the tail end of it, you finally see Tunar and Ibri roll in.
My boy.
Oh.
And as they roll in,
oh, I shouldn't say that.
as they roll in, you see Tunar kind of has like his palms open. He's kind of rubbing them, and his palms are just covered in some kind of black soot. And you can see Ibri is just angry, and she's just angry, like pushing like this tiny cart that has like these two small, just cloth bags.
Oh, what do we have here? Everything all right, Ibri?
She sets it down, and Tunar kind of hops up, and he's like, "Oh, hey, shut up!" All right.
Okay.
Hi, Evetta. We managed to procure what would have been a barrel of gunpowder has now been reduced to half a barrel. She looks at Tunar. That we had to scrape up and put in these bags. And you can see she's like forcing a smile. And as she does, I see Tudor slowly turn away from the group. As he puts his hands behind his back, you can see his hands are again covered in black soot, and you can see the gloves that Ibree's wearing. It's not. You can see like remnants of black gunpowder on the glove. You can see like some on her glove, and then some like on like her thigh where it looks like she was trying to like wipe it off.
I'll look at her and I'll say, well, we had a similar complication. We returned with 3 barrels and 1 crate of very high proof alcohol. We could have had more, but ran into complications. And then I look at Zara. The same way that Ibree was looking at Dunar. But it's a start.
Well, it's something, so I hope I can at least work with it.
I mean, you said the walls
I hope
are
so.
6 feet across. How many feet? It should be fine.
Actually,
We
wow,
just
wait, are
need-
they only 6 feet? Wow, if they're that thin, then... Yeah, if they're that thin, this might actually work. All I need now is... Do you happen to have any flour, water, and salt?
She's baking.
Yes, I'm baking.
Well, we should around. I'll let me go check.
I would appreciate it.
Yeah,
At least make some sort of compound that would actually potentially enhance the exothermicity of this thing, so that it would react with the time. And Evetta just like trails off, just coming up with these various chemical concoctions and compositions.
You see, after Ibree left, you see Tunar kind of turn back around, kind of jovially, puts his hands at his hips, and he has a big handprint on his face made of gunpowder.
Does it match roughly the size and shape of Ibree's hand?
It seems so.
Zara would know.
Yeah. So, you all are still alive?
Good to see you're still alive as
Really?
well. Evetta cannot help but stare at the
No
handprint.
worries.
I like the look.
You got a little schmutz on the. You want to get that for you?
Where? And as he tries to rub, he rubs like more gunpowder like on his cheek.
I prestidigitate it off of his face.
Oh. Make a Christmas saving throw.
For a cantrip?
God.
Oh, the nullifier's in full
It's
force.
17, motherfucker.
Okay, it works. Sorry. The 4 cantrip really just it hit different.
The worst part about it that being a 17, I only got a 9 on the die. Like, this is all bonus. Like, that's.
You get enough, and it's like, oh, man, you're real handy, huh? Changing faces, cleaning faces.
I'm a person of many talents, and he gives
I
like
can
a.
see.
Like
Well, I found the flower. Ibree has come back.
What?
Okay. Any
She sets down
water?
a bag of flour. And you can see her as she sets on a bag of flour. She also behind it there seems to be like a bucket. A bucket of some water.
Okay.
And
Excellent.
she says, and this is all we have for salt. And it's like a kind of like a thin, it's like a mason jar, but like thinner of salt, and it's about like halfway filled.
Okay. Actually, that's
Probably
perfect.
enough.
That's fine. Yes, this is perfect. Thank you so much for all this. Now, I will need to probably take this all the way to the room
Man,
that
what
Volley
better
was
timing?
probably in.
I'm starving myself. As he's like rubbing his stomach. He's just staring right at you, Evetta. He's like,
Evetta stares back.
Oh, we're not. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Why is that?
Continue.
What happened?
I don't know, man. Tunar he's been all over.
You're not yourself when you're hungry, Tunar. Have a Snickers.
All right. Well, yeah, I will take
Have
this
a
all to
Snickers. Cast Tasha's hideous laughter.
Yeah, I will take this to an isolated room, preferably with no one else in it, because I'm not sure if any of this will actually be toxic. I have my own gear to protect against poisonous gas, just in case. But
Poison doesn't work on me.
I have to... No, I meant toxic.
Oh,
Never
never
mind.
mind. Yeah, that affects me.
Oh, I
Venomous
see.
is when it bites you. Poisonous is when you bite it.
noxious gas.
Yeah, we've all slept with Dag in the same room.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. No. Okay, you have a point there. She immediately slaps on this plague doctor mask and just takes all the stuff with her, and walks to an isolated
You
room
might
of
want
some
to go
sort.
to Volley's room then.
Volley? Okay, I would do that then. Thank you. Yeah, she
Alright.
walks into
Go
Volley's
there.
room. She does the whole thing where she conjures
Vo-
or tries
yep.
to conjure up the right tools for the job.
Yeah. You walk in there, Volley's in there.
Volley?
Ah, I was
I'm
waiting
sorry, I
on
did
you
not mean
guys.
to yell.
I was wondering when you all come back. I'd hoped everything went smoothly. Were you really out there for an hour?
If it does a little finger pointing, we had a bit of complications, unfortunately. We have less than we could have gotten, but I feel this is enough.
Ah,
This should be enough to create enough force to blow a hole through the wall.
perfect.
Do you mind if I use your room to create this concoction?
Not at all. I'm turning into Tunar. Jesus. God dang it, dude.
He's
Ah.
insidious.
You're welcome to watch, but I don't recommend you come near me.
No worries. I will leave the room to you. And she gets up and exits the room and closes the door.
Okay, thank you. Yvetta's like, darn it. No, I'm kidding.
But it's just out here hitting on tieflings.
Without meaning to, but anyway, yeah,
All right.
she would do the thing. She would try to create
Alright,
the
so-
concoction. Do I roll?
Go ahead and make a check with your Tinker's tools. So that will be.
Oh.
I'll make that. I'll make that Dex and proficiency.
Okay. Oh, Seth should have blessed. Oops.
Yeah, I should have blessed you.
Yeah, he should have blessed you. You're like,
Yeah.
because when you sneeze,
When I
Yeah.
sneeze.
bless you.
Yes, there we
Actually,
go. There
Seth
we go.
doesn't
Thank you,
care
thank
about
you.
horrible. Seth doesn't care about horrifying gas like Meg in his face. He does that all the time. I poke my head into the room really quick. Hey, Evetta, good luck with all that.
What are you
and then
doing?
and then I bless you.
Okay.
Cast a message next time. No,
Oh, hold on,
I
guys.
gotta be this
You can't-
close,
you can't do
bam.
that.
Didn't we find out Bless does not actually work on checks? It works on attack rolls or saving throws.
Well, then maybe I'll cast guidance instead.
Okay.
I cast guidance instead. It's a cantrip.
You cast guidance. Hey, guess what? Make a charisma saving throw.
30-20.
Okay, never mind, it works.
Seth walks in, has guidance, and then he feels his head like quiver a little bit. He's like, I'm really excited to leave in the morning. Good luck, and then closes the door.
All right, so
Okay.
you have you get to add a d4 to this check.
Oh, D4. Okay. All right, so dexterity, proficiency, and this D4. Oh, shoot.
Correct. That is
Correct.
correct. I don't have good music for this. How about
Thank you.
this?
What?
All right, there you go. All right.
Oh my god. Yes. This is the music that plays when she's trying to create a bomb. Okay, so I got 23.
23.
Thank you
All
for
right.
the guidance.
Hell yes.
You managed to
DM, from that, am I able to also make smaller bombs to be able to give out to my
so
teammates?
you
No,
made
big
a
bomb.
third of the bomb.
Big bomb, big bomb.
I made a third.
Big
Okay.
So-
bomb.
You managed to make about the You managed to make you get like the core of it. Go ahead and make another tinker check.
Okay.
You do not get to add the
Seriously?
D4. You do not get to add the D4 in this one.
Oh, I see.
Because it is expired.
Okay.
That's rude.
I got a 15.
15, okay. You managed to construct now the outer core. You've now got like the fundamentals of the bomb. Go ahead and make one last tinker check. This is the actual. This to see if you can construct like the actual case of it.
How long is this taking? Would I reasonably, like, after, like, 10 minutes be like, she might need another one. I'm gonna go top her off.
Well, constructing the tools and actually setting things up takes about an hour.
Oh, so it's
Are
like
we
an hour
taking that
total?
into account?
Then this would probably be about an hour and a half ish.
Is it reasonable
Maybe
without
2 hours.
metagaming to assume that Seth would be like, I'm gonna go check in on how she's doing and, like, re-up my guidance? If it's taking, like, 2 hours.
I will say about an hour in. Sorry, 30 minutes after once she's set up and is actually starting making the bomb, you see Thayer walk in. If that doesn't change anything, then sure, I'll let you give her guidance one for the final check.
Do I need to go tell this old man to go the fuck to sleep? Or do I need to help Evetta? Why must you torment me so, Dungeon Master?
I would say, yeah. You do see Thayer walk in with what looks like to be another injured Legion Knight. This one, his left arm seems to be just burnt off. And a couple more looks like to be middle-class folks walk in behind as well. They're very scared, very frightened.
Trying to think what helps more people. Is Thayer being alive help more people? Or does Evetta succeed in constructing the bomb that allows us to escape help more people? I go to Evetta.
All right.
Yeah, I'll poke my head in and be like, "You're doing great, sweetie. Guidance."
All right, charisma saving throw.
Thanks.
Nat 20.
All right, it works.
Nice. All right.
All right, so you get to add a D4 to this last tinker check.
All right. Here we go. 25.
25. All right.
Fuck. No regrets.
All right.
No regrets.
You've got a very decently sized bomb in your hands. It's
All
about
right.
a foot tall.
Evetta
It's kind of
wipes
like
her
a barrel.
hands.
It's almost like a barrel.
It's tunar sized.
Oh.
No, yeah, you got a very decently sized barrel that should be a good explosion.
Excellent. All right. Yeah, I better take a step outside with her plague Dr. Mask still on. I did it! I finally made a bomb.
Evetta, I can't understand a word you're saying.
Sorry. Oh, God. Okay. Whew. Right.
Done?
Bomb is
Good?
crafted. We're done. I'm done.
Excellent. All right.
This
Good job,
should be ready to go.
Thayer was here earlier, but I lost track of him.
You can see,
Oh, shoot.
as you say that, you see Thayer behind like Seth.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Thayer's right here. What do you mean?
Hey, Thayer.
Well, good to see you all. I see you were
Sir,
successful.
why did you not go to sleep?
I did. I took a nap.
that's not enough.
Yeah, it
Fair.
is.
I'm gonna ask you a question, and it's good. It might imply some things. You just answer honestly. Do you need 8 hours of sleep or 4 hours of sleep? And I look at his ears when I ask him this question.
Well, closer to 4 hours.
Okay, you're gonna get 4 hours of sleep tonight because we're leaving in the
I
morning.
already did.
No. It's not even. It's like 2:30, man. I mean, like tonight, before we leave in the morning, we're leaving like first light. I want people in those tunnels so that when we set this bad boy off at the break of sunrise, we're gone. We're catching those idiots while they're sleeping, and I need you to be well rested. I'm going to intimidate
I
him.
will be. Okay.
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Okay. Natural 20.
Damn!
Oh.
Damn!
Just
So
to see if he resists it, yeah.
Who's setting it then? Because what breaks the tie is, I think I win because.
Yeah, it's
Because if he's
that's a good question.
trying, because I think he's the DC technically, because I'm trying to beat him, and the one who is forcing the check wins on a tie. I think is how it works. The person making the check wins on a tie. So like when you're going to attack, if you meet an AC, you succeed on it. And so if he's the DC and I'm trying to beat his 20, then I would succeed. But I guess if he has a plus, yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I guidance myself.
Okay. I'll say this: you try to intimidate him, and there is a moment.
Be mean. I'm just like, go to bed, young man.
You see, there's this brief break in like this joyful mask that he's putting up. And he kind of pulls you aside. Not far from the group, not that far, but he kind of pulls you aside, and he kind of he leans into your your ear. And he whispers, I don't need sleep. And he grabs your hand and he puts your hand where his ear is, and you feel that the ear extends farther than what you see. Where you feel it actually become pointy.
Yeah, I had figured that. I go, but you don't need any sleep? Like you don't need to we're like far away from people, right?
Yeah, like if you whisper, like no one else will hear you.
Actually, wait. Oh, but I might fucking charisma saves. Yeah, I'll just whisper. I was gonna message him.
Can Evetta and Zara see this that's going on? It's like, what the heck?
They can see this, but you get the sense that he's trying to keep it between them.
I'll whisper to him in Elven, and I'll say, "You still need to trance."
He whispers back, I understand that most of the time we do. However, I don't.
I think I, the player, know what this is. Can I roll to see if Seth knows what this is?
Or
maybe
sure.
Seth knows if I know. I don't know.
Sure. Why not?
Okay.
Make an intelligence check.
Just straight intelligence?
Yeah, just straight intelligence.
Row raggy. Ooh, 19. I rolled an 18. I have a +1 intelligence.
Okay.
Seth plays being way smarter than Seth actually is. Seth is this is the charisma. Seth appears way smarter than they are because Seth is very charismatic and appearing smarter than they are.
Yeah, if you're confident, no one questions.
Exactly. You just gotta look like you're supposed to be there.
That's true, yeah. Okay.
I didn't have to study. I was just born like this.
Okay. With a 19, yeah, I'll say you've read
Do-
about.
Do
Is
he
that
got
what?
that? Do he got that warlock invocation, boy?
Yeah, you've read of pact makers being able to have this kind of power, and you do
Got it.
recall when you guys went the house, that he made a remark that if the nullifier was offline, it would also immensely help him.
Yes, no, I did remember that. I wanted to talk to him about that. I just haven't had a chance.
But yeah, you get the sense that like, yeah, he's got to be a warlock.
Yeah.
He
That
just
also
uses a
makes
bow
sense.
to mask his
Mhm.
what he does.
Yeah, so after I sort of put that together after what he says, I sort of like straighten up and stand like just like stand up right next to him so we're not like hunched over whispering. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
right.
"Alright."
Yeah.
Yeah, look a little less conspicuous.
Yeah, look at the floor, look at the ceiling, look around.
Stare at my hands. No,
You want to go get food? No.
No, I'll just I'll
Are you
tell
free
him.
later? No.
I turn into an elf. Hey boy, what are you doing? No, I'll just sort of like straighten up and I'll say, okay, I understand. That I'm glad to hear that. I am happy that you're not taxing yourself unnecessarily.
Of course.
I would love to discuss this when we're not under siege. Perhaps in the week. Did Volley tell you about the plan? After we blow up the wall, where we're going, what we're gonna do, hopefully.
I have not been back. I know we're going to blow up a wall. Do we have a plan on where we're going?
Yes, I'll just produce it. I have this ledger that I got off of some Carmeli Knights some time ago before we arrived in Dayston. They're magically linked to all the other ledgers. They sent out
Interesting.
a distress call recalling all Carmelian Knights back, suspending all activity that isn't defending Carmeli, and directing, and I quote, all citizens of the continent to seek refuge at Fort Bellist. It's about a week's journey away from here, north, and what we discussed with Volley is that it might be prudent for us to head there, and then from there go our ways as necessary.
All right. Well,
So yeah, maybe
that
when we're
sounds fine with me.
traveling and have some time to talk, I'd love to learn more about that. And I just point at him.
At him. Well, in that case, then I see, and he speaks a little bit louder this time. I see, Evetta has the bomb. Does that mean that the plan is? Are we ready to go through?
Yeah, bomb looks
Yes.
fantastic. Like I'm telling my kid
it's
they did
super
great in
pretty
arts.
bomb.
Like I'm telling my kid they did A+ in arts and crafts. Like I'm gonna put that on the fridge afterwards.
Stick a Evera's bomb on the fridge.
Like a macaroni art bomb. I'm like, oh, great job. Real proud. My kid's an honors student at the bomb construction university.
What's the name of the bomb?
The name of the bomb.
Little lad?
it's- excuse me? If you'd like to call it that, perhaps.
Why don't you
Yeah,
name it after?
fat man or
I-
little boy?
No. I say, why don't you
Little lad?
Why don't you name it after Ibri? And I just shoot Evetta like a sideways spurt.
Wait, why? Ibri's
I
not here,
don't know.
right? She's not here, right?
Yeah, how close is Ibri in this conversation?
Hi, Evetta.
Oh, I mean, it makes sense, right, Evetta? I assumed that's what you were going for. Beautifully constructed and deadly.
You know what?
Isn't
That's
that
a
what
good
you told me?
point.
Those are your words, Evetta.
No, hang on.
That's what you
I
said.
never said that. Wait, what? If you do not listen to him, I mean, not. It's not that you're not beautiful. I mean,
She's just staring at you.
Evetta's like waving her hands, she's flailing a bit.
Look at the size of this thing. It goes up to me waist. Yes, as you know, it's just like he like tries to climb top. He tries to climb top. He's like,
do not.
Please get off of that.
he looks like a toddler that's been caught stealing cookies from the cookie jar. He slowly,
no, use command, young man.
he slowly slides like off the bomb.
Oh my god. Well, it's a good thing the catalyst is just flame and water. Anyway, right.
Well, in any case.
Right, there, I have a question about the God dang it, Seth.
There, just blinks.
I was saying, Seth just looks at Thayer and just like smiles.
Well,
Evetta is still red, just letting you know. Your plan for transporting the sick and elderly. I heard that we don't actually have carts here to transport them any faster. What is your plan for that? Are we able to scrounge any sort of carts, like smaller ones, maybe? Maybe, I don't know about constructing one. That would take way too long.
We don't even need a cart. We just need stretchers.
Stretchers as well. That too. I suppose we could take the stretchers we have currently, but
he kind of.
Do we have enough able-bodied people to carry them?
He kind of looks back at like the crowd. Well, I know of a quick route to the Skygate, and from what Tuna and Ibri have told me, that Skygate has been less patrolled, and that had been mostly my plan. I was going to escort the slower ones to this more secure route. The only problem being is that it faces the sea, and so my plan at that point was to just get them to the port then, and to sail them back to the old world. While most everyone else who can run will hopefully be able to escape through your bomb and just run as far as I can. Now that I know Fort Belless is an option, I've been thinking about changing my plan now that Fort Belless is now an option. But I haven't... I mean, we do have stretchers, and he points like the injured knights. We do have stretchers, but it would require 2 people per stretcher to transport them, and I don't know if that's safe.
I'm not sure if that's feasible. Harbin said that it was actually easy to get to the tunnel itself, but he didn't describe why or how. Is it because there's a tunnel here that actually connects to it?
Not that I'm aware of.
I
don't know.
You haven't heard from him, have you?
I have not. I haven't seen him in the city at all, frankly.
We haven't seen him since this morning, right?
Yeah, I have not seen him.
Yeah, ever since he left, pretty much.
I think he said something about going back to the tunnel.
Yeah.
Because what's alarming, that's another thing. We ran into some ash makers on our way back. Ashen one. We met a bunch of Ashen one. From that specific tunnel there, and she points at the one that they came from earlier. No idea if we actually need to seal that one off, but they seem a little too close.
That is concerning.
We did take care of them, so they won't be reporting back, which buys us, time, at least, until they discover a missing patrol.
See him kind of like rub his temples. It's kind of.
Are you sure you
lost
don't
in
need
thought.
rest? Evetta doesn't know what happened, by the way.
We talked it out. He's fine. Looks stronger than he looks.
Huh?
You see Volley step up and she says, "Well, before we consider any options, let's just first think of how we can transport them before we think of where to transport them. I looked while Evetta was off tinkering, and I could not find any sizable cards that will be of any use. I think our best bet is to first find, I don't know, steal a cart from one of the ash makers. They have horses, I'm sure, right? We can maybe take one of theirs."
Those would be guarded though, wouldn't they? Well, okay, if we could eliminate them, maybe it wouldn't be so bad.
And I'm sure you all can do that, right? Are you all good at that?
We're pretty decent, I'd say.
We have to get this
Would you
done.
like to help us out?
Oh, I'm not a fighter, unfortunately. I
see.
can run reconnaissance.
Actually, that would be good.
Whatever we do, we need to do it like tonight before we go to sleep, because we still need to just make sure that we're up first thing in the morning to get those people in the tunnel and to get us at the wall at a reasonable hour.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll need to coordinate with the other team for when we do blow it. Luckily, we still have the sending stone, so whoever of the underrunners is with the civilians in the tunnel while our group is at the wall, we'll give one of you the other half of the sending stone again. Seemed to work well for us in the past.
Obviously, I need to be there with the bomb, so I'll be at the wall with whoever else who can help with throwing fire or something.
Well, you've got the four of us are sticking together, and then whoever wants to run part of the distraction team with us is more than welcome to help. But the more people to help coordinate the civilians on Thayer's side of things, probably for the best. Also, I think one of the things to keep in mind here is, while a couple hundred people sneaking out of the city is ostensibly a bad thing for the ash makers, once we get far enough, we're not their problem. They still have this city to lay siege to. And unfortunately, one of the realities of our escape plan is we are opening another gate for them into the city. They'll become preoccupied with storming in pretty quickly after we get far enough away that we're no longer an issue. They might try and...
I'm sorry, that was actually why I wanted to ask if we had any connections with the military to see if they could buffer the impending invasion.
I mean, that might be doable, but unfortunately one of the realities is that we might need them to be able to get into the city so that it makes our escape easier. Again, they don't care about us. The only threat that a couple hundred of us and like the civilians really pose to them is getting word out, but that's a pretty negligible loss if they can capture Dayston, and they'll probably come to that conclusion pretty quickly once they realize that catching us isn't as worth as the city. And I mean,
it would be nice if we could enlist some of these knights to help us protect the citizens as they're fleeing as well. Because I remember, what was it, Volley, you said we don't really have enough manpower to protect? We're kind of... There are only 4 people. We're not able to protect a full 100 of them. So I was wondering, well, actually, we do have these knights here. They're wounded, unfortunately. Maybe they'd help us out. Or something. But...
Well,
we can also
see... as thin as it is, and it'll take them days, if not weeks, to recover.
Yeah.
We can see while we're up top side getting a cart from the ash makers if there's anyone able and willing to help us, but I think we just have to accept that this is not going to be perfect and we just need to save as many people as possible. As harsh as that sounds.
Yeah. As much as I don't care for Jason anymore, I still care about its people.
Well, the people are what makes the
city. Most of us to actually get out.
I agree with Evetta. I can't Just leave these people.
You hear this massive, this loud rumbling. You can feel the ground above you shake violently. Dust
What was that?
is falling constantly. You all like, what is happening? And you all feel your arcane prowess suddenly resurge.
Oh, that's not
Oh.
good.
Oh, what just happened? Oh, whoa.
What?
I feel energized a little. What?
I look at Fair. Has our timetable moved up?
I don't know, but. And he kind of like locks eyes with you and he's like, I mean, and he looks at his hands like, you feel that too, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Is this still a tomorrow morning plan?
Do we have time to wait?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know if we do.
And there's like this, kind of intense face that he has. And he's like, I don't know, but I think tomorrow morning is still our best shot.
I would like to rest beforehand, I agree, but I'm not keen to stick around for when a dragon emerges from inside the city's walls. So let's first, earlier than we were originally planning, let's get the cart. Let's get it now. If we can't find it, we'll have to figure something out. But this just got even more serious than it already was.
Mm-hmm.
On the plus
You
side,
begin to hear like cheering on the top side. It's very faint, but
well, at least some of us are more effective now.
yeah.
Can't relate.
You have spell slots. Shut up.
I do, but I'm kind of on like 10% of my HP.
Did you not heal during your short rest?
Yeah, did you not use any hit dice?
I guess not. Oh.
We did that short rest
Oh,
for you
yeah,
and
we-
Dak to
We
recover.
Oh,
did that
my
so
bad.
that yeah, I did that. I did that for Dag. Yeah.
Short rest.
Yeah, go ahead and use your hit dice.
You'll have to roll. I think you have to roll the hit dice because I don't. Maybe it'll work for you, but I tried to do it for Dag, and it was like, hey, you gotta roll manually, and I was like, okay.
I'll roll manually.
Okay, Google. Alexa.
Alexa, roll hit dice.
What am I doing
Alexa.
in my
Okay.
room?
Okay, Google, roll hit dice.
Okay, Google, cure wounds.
What the? I wish.
Hey Siri, resurrect my mom.
All right.
Wait, it's just D.
D&D, we're playing D&D.
When you click on
Ends,
short
right?
rest, there are
It should
there
tell
are
you.
boxes at the bottom of the short rest window that you can click on, and that's the amount of hit die that you can use to heal yourself. It'll automatically apply it to your health.
Right. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
Yo, don't mind me.
I'm
Writer
trying.
losing his shit is like half the fun of these campaigns.
Say.
Oh my god, I had so much
Don't
fun
mind
editing
me.
those. Where he's just like, oh.
Listen.
Don't mind.
Listen.
Oh, what? I clicked now. Give me a sec.
Oh my God. What is happening? What is happening?
Writer, do we get to level up before we leave the city? Because that'd be dank as
should,
hell,
we
brother.
should.
No.
Aw, we haven't hit a
Yes,
milestone
I will
yet.
say.
I feel like
I think us
getting a
leaving
little
the
too
city is a
much.
milestone.
I will say, as you plan, next course of action, Tunar is still hugging the barrel. We'll close. We'll end the session. We'll end the session there.
No way.
Feed Dak your arms, Tunar.
Tunar, get off of I'm the
Get off of the Ibri bomb.
I'm sorry, what was that? Session's over.
Great.
All right.
Okay, I'm chilling.
We are chilling. I
am
still could not
chilling.
see Dag this entire time, so I actually have no idea where his token is.
You
It's
can't
so
see
weird.
Dak.
He
I
is
speak
right.
percept.
He is right below you.
Oh, okay. So weird. I don't know what happened.
What is happening?
I roll 20s on some other shit right now.
Yeah. Okay, this is why we gotta switch to Tailspire, guys. Now, don't worry, it's only $25, but it's entirely
Only.
worth it.
Yeah, I believe it.
Unfortunately, we do not
bills.
have any speed 3D builders. Yes, I have builds as well. I can't. I'm sorry.
So we're
Do
level
not
7.
get off. No.
So I think we gotta level up.
No.
Nah, we level up after the long rest before we escape the city.
Yeah.
Yay.
As soon as you guys long rest, you'll level up. That's
Perfect. So
that's how
we
it
go.
works.
We get a cart. We kick some ass. We come back.
fact-
we long rest.
In fact,
then,
actually, every time you long rest, you level up. But the catch is you actually have to wait the 8 hours.
Oh my god.
But not a good session.
Wasn't there a video game that actually kind of did that where you could only level up if you rested, like saved at a bed?
Morrowind.
Stardew Valley?
Morrowind. Was it Stardew Valley? Oh yeah, you know what?
I'm sure.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure a
yeah.
lot of games have done that.
Hate it.
Well, all right.
No.
Yeah, in Morrowind, you had to like physically go to a bed and fall asleep before you'd get your level up. But then I think it was like in Skyrim and Oblivion, you could just level up whenever, and the strat was to like run out of healing potions, get to like 1 HP, level up, and go back up to max for like a free heal.
Yeah.
That's the good shit.
Fun session.
All right.
No, that was a good session.
No, that was a great session.
I tried to
Okay.
contribute a bit more with my RP and
I
stuff.
think you did. I think you did fine, and I don't think you've ever not been fine.
Yo.
Amby's her own worst fucking.
I don't
Amby's her own
think-
worst fucking critic over here.
I am.
Yeah, you did fine. Yeah, man. You ever thought about that?
I did not think about that. But all right, indeed. I should probably get off now. Thank you very much for this session. Tons of fun. Expecting to get card, hopefully. Oh my god.
Yay.
So sorry that Evetta's mother is such a burden on everyone. No, I'm kidding.
Send
Anyway.
her to the fucking old world, dude. Let's get
I
rid of this,
could
bro.
carry her. Old world.
That is true. Yeah, Zara can carry,
Woo.
but yeah. All right. I shall see
Alright,
you all next time then.
Yes.
GG's and good night.
Good
GG's.
Yes.
Well played.
Zara.
Good hat.
Zara.
That's me.
Stay here.
Okay, I'm staying.
See you then.
Bye, Amby.
Bye,
Where?